The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
No. I don't know where the lead is to plug the lappy in. There's the lead, but where's the end of this lead? We'll give it a little... there it is. It's too late now. I got it now, but it's too late. I got it.
It's never too late.
It's too late. I haven't got the song sorted out. It's too late. My brain is frozen a bit because I did just watch a little bit of The Jungle. First bit I've seen. Oh, it made me homesick. It's all exactly the same set. There's a lectern there. I've stood at that lectern that Noel Edmonds is using. Just the first bit I've seen. But I'm kind of gently allowing myself. I had a talk. I went to see my boy play football today. Scored 2 goals. It was fine. And the mums were saying, "Are you watching The Jungle?" And I said, "No." And then they started talking about The Jungle, and because they've been watching it, and that's cool. So and it was all right. It was kind of all right. So I just watched a little bit with the sound off, but it was kind of all right. Thank you, George Galloway, for that. I've invited George to come on the show one day because he's doing a documentary, a film about Dr. David Kelly. Well, a story that we've talked on. Doesn't it seem harsh to break down a man's suicide stroke murder into the word story? But that's kind of the world we live in. But he's doing a film about Dr. David Kelly, which is something we've spoken about on this show a few times. It's one of those things I can't quite get my head around. Can't quite get my head around. You know, from what little I've seen. Hang on a second, I'll take that. Hello, line 1. Yes? What do you want? Speak! From what little I know about it, it's like obviously a murder. But then, what do I know about it? All I know is the bits that have... it's a thing. And I just heard him mention it at the end of his show. And so I said to him as we were switching... we have a little shaking hands ceremony here. It's like... only a captain can invite another captain onto a ship. A captain can't go on someone else's ship until the captain's invited him, and it's the same here with all the presenters. You have to knock on the door 3 times and say, "Excuse me, sir, may I enter your cabin?" And no one so far has said no. And I said, when it's a little bit further down the line, come on the show and we'll have a chat about it. So George is going to come on as a guest at some point, which is great, because I find him fascinating. I disagree with him on... 40%, if I had to put a figure on, I guess I agree with him on 60%, disagree with him on 40%. But here's the thing. You don't have... I disagree with him on Brexit, but I don't really feel strongly about it. I know he does. I respect him for standing up. I mean, if you want to see some balls, watch George Galloway in front of it. Was it the Senate, the American Senate, or it was an American... in front of the American something... And he just tore them apart. It's a thing of beauty and cockiness and... No, not cockiness. He was cocksure. Very subtle difference. He was cocksure. And it's a great thing. And I find George fascinating. And I don't agree with everything he says. But do you know what? Here's the thing, guys. A lot of the radio presenters I don't agree with what they say. I think Nick Ferrari is one of the greatest radio broadcasters in this country at the moment. I disagree with probably about 90% of everything he says. But he's a great presenter. And it's the same with George. For people like that, for me, not so much Nick, actually, because I don't know if he's necessarily a passionate broadcaster, but George is very passionate. And he's got his beliefs and he sticks to them, and he's very, very intelligent, and he's thought them out. And it's just compelling radio. To me, it's just compelling radio. He is one of the best. And I'm going to say it, to see the way he's being treated here, it breaks my heart. It's a crime, because that guy's one of the greatest. And we're going to drive him away. Anyway, George Galloway is on Fridays, 7 till 10 at night. And I thoroughly recommend. And even if you disagree with him, that's the joy. There are very few shows... There's a few... Well, maybe I'll take that back. But for me, the best bits of radio are when someone phones up to disagree. It's cool when people phone up and say, yeah, I agree with what you say, and they take the point a bit further. But if someone's just phoning up to agree, but when someone phones up to disagree, like we had the gentleman last night, the snowflake guy who got banned from Twitter.
Steve Austin. Stone cold Steve Austin.
Born in 1966, I think he was, or 64. I wonder if his Twitter ban has been lifted. He phoned up, and for me, that was the best part of the show. It wasn't a big, shouty, screamy argument, but it was two men who completely disagreed with each other. And same with George's shows. For me, is at its best when someone phones up to disagree. And here's so many reasons why I like... We'll start the show in a minute, Scott. You'll be the first caller. 0344 499 1000. So many reasons why I like listening to people I disagree with politically. Although I say I agree with, more than half of what George says. Because it helps sharpen my own beliefs. If I'm hearing someone who is diametrically opposed to me, like Ferrari, and I hear his arguments for something, well, it helps sharpen my arguments for my side of the thing. It helps me go, well, he thinks that, and I dislike that, and that makes me think that what I'm believing in is true to me. But also, and here's the thing, guys, here's the thing that not many people will admit to, sometimes I change my position. I've learnt quite late in life, actually, it's all right to go, hey, I was really I felt strongly about this thing. Well, actually, I now feel strongly about it, but coming from the opposite side. There's no shame in that. There's not a weakness. That's a strength to go, I've changed my mind. I might have been wrong. Or with this new evidence, it's all about evidence, you see. With this new evidence, I feel significantly or slightly different about it. Anyway. Good evening, I'm Iain Lee. You are?
Catherine Boyle.
That's right. And I tell you somebody who's a dick, Mike Parry.
Oof.
The man's an idiot. He's a troll. He's what was it? Poor man's Kenny Rogers. That's copyright Liam Gallagher. Liam Gallagher called him that. He's a bell cheese. I don't like the man. I think he's a lazy broadcaster. I think he's obnoxious. I think Mike Graham is brilliant. Mike Graham's a Here's the thing. Mike Graham has got a great broadcaster. Are you off?
Just a minute.
Where are you going? Have you farted? OK. Mike Graham is a great broadcaster. Right? Very funny guy. Very clever, very intelligent. And here's the thing. He's a nice guy. Mike Graham is a nice guy walking around the office. Does anyone want a cup of tea? Or tonight, I've brought these muffins in. Does anyone want a muffin? He's a great guy. He makes the muffins himself. Parry, on the other hand, is a slug. He's an a-hole. He's a worm. And he's been trolling me on Twitter, and some of his idiot fans have been posting mock-ups, photoshops of a tweet that I never sent, calling him a PR1CK, which I never did. Got really itchy gooch.
Oh, my God. Flipping it.
Got itchy gooch. Can't do the show.
Oh, my.
Sorry, I got itchy gooch. Itchy Gooch Park. That's what that song's about.
I'm never going to unsee that.
It's about Stevie Merrick's gooch being itchy.
Flip it.
It's okay. You didn't have to look, but you chose to.
I did. It was right there in my face.
No. Anyway, so Mike Parry's an idiot. His fans are idiots. He doesn't know anything about the Beatles, as you'll hear, because I managed to persuade that muppet to go into a studio with me, and he embarrasses himself. He thought we were going to make peace. He embarrasses himself by just making up Beatles stuff. Just making it up. There will be at some point a Beatles quiz between me and him. We need neutral territory, and we need a neutral arbiter.
Yes.
Thank you very much indeed. So that's going to happen. So if you want to fire some Beatles questions at me tonight, just to warm me up, then I'm up for that. Or if you want to phone up Mike Parry on the other station, he's on Talk Sport right now. If you want to phone him up, and this is what we'll do. Can you all get me the phone number for TalkSport, please? I know we had it the other day. Can you all phone up TalkSport? This is a first in phone-in radio history. Can you all phone another radio station for content that won't get broadcast on this one? Right? 2 mics are on TalkSport. Can you phone up? Listen to what they're talking about, and so you phone in and you say, I want to talk about what they're talking about, and then when you get on, just take Mike Parry to pieces. Tell him he's an idiot. Tell him Iain Lee knows more about the Beatles than he does. Tell him Eleanor Rigby was never a single. Just destroy him. What's the number?
08717.
08717.
And for the idiots, 223344.
Like a football score. 08717 223344. Phone up, say you want to talk to the 2 mics, and then get what you've got to give them something convincing to get on the air. Then once you're on the air, remember there's a 7-second delay, so don't swear until right at the end. Don't swear until right at the end. No, seriously, don't swear until right at the end. But up until then, destroy him. Tell him Iain Lee knows more about the Beatles. He doesn't know anything about the Beatles. His favourite Beatle is Davy Jones. So that kind of stuff. Okay, and then come back to my show and report it. 0344 499 1000 is the phone number here. Scott has called in. Good evening, Scott.
Hello, mate. How are you?
I'm very well, Scott. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. I've not called you for a while.
Hey, I remember you, Scott. I can't remember your last name, but it begins with an H, doesn't it? Scott Hendy.
No.
Is that not it?
No.
Oh, in that case, I don't know. I've got no idea who you are, Scott.
No.
Go on.
A couple years ago, I had a problem with my sister.
Oh, yeah. What was...
I won't go into that.
No, don't go into that now.
Yeah,
How are things now? Is everything good?
Yeah, good.
Excellent.
All good.
Nice one, man. Well, what do you want tonight? A fight? I'm in a punchy mood.
Well, a few things that I'll call you about.
Yeah,
right?
go on.
And a couple of things. I've been listening to you what do you call it, this podcast.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, right. Two people, right?
Yeah.
One is like a major sexy woman
What?
that hasn't heard for ages. What's happened to Katia?
Catherine got excited there for a second.
No,
she
I
said,
didn't.
She starts putting up major sexy woman. Oh, Katia. But here's the good news, Scott. We voted for Brexit. Hopefully, Katia has either been booted out or she's packing her trunk and leaving very, very soon. So Katia is going back to whence she came, France or Belgium or Germany or somewhere.
When you've been going to that kid, I'd love to call him James O'Brien.
Oh, yeah?
But it was never like me on this show, you know.
James is a good guy. By the way, James is... I like James a lot. James is a good guy.
He is.
He's a good guy. Yeah, I like him.
I agree with him. Probably about 90% of the time.
Yeah.
Not 100%, but, you know.
Hey, we're all human, man. We're all flawed.
Yeah. We're all flawed.
I probably agree with James. We're doing percentage breakdowns on how much I politically agree with other presenters. I reckon with James, I probably agree about 80%.
Yeah.
Catherine, what do you put?
Really?
What? James O'Brien?
Oh, I thought you meant James Wales.
Oh, God, no. Like 3%. And that's only when he says Ash is an idiot. The rest of it, God, no, James O'Brien.
The other thing that I've got from your podcast, right?
Yeah.
I can't remember the guy's name, right? But he's a regular caller.
Yeah.
And he just bought a Super Nintendo.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah. Jonathan, you're talking about racist Jonathan.
Yeah, Jonathan. That is it, yeah.
You're asking, where the hell is racist Jonathan?
No.
He's in prison.
So, yeah. So we listened to that call.
Yeah.
And therefore, I used to play the old games, you know,
Yeah?
Mega Drive,
Yeah.
Sinclair.
Super Alex Kid in the Miracle World.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm a proper gamer, not
Well, let me just warn you though, man. I bought an Atari Flashbacks Classics Volume 2 for like 15 quid, and I loaded it the other day on the PlayStation. Yeah. Every single one of those games, without fail, was crap. Absolutely awful.
Yeah.
Awful. So you got to be careful with the old nostalgia stuff.
The Atari 2050, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. The Atari was great for the time, but now, 40 years later, it's not so good. Scott, I'm going to... Go on.
But what we'll say...
Go on.
Right,
yes?
Because I can only play with a joystick because of the disability that I've got.
Yeah.
Yeah. There would have been letters to it there, but right, I had all my special games on the Sinclair, Mega Drive.
Yeah.
You know, back in the old days, and I listened to what you done for me on that day.
Yeah.
I thought I could do that, so I built myself a retro gaming console, right?
Yeah.
And it played Spectrum.
You can do it. Can I ask, Scott, right?
All the game.
Scott, can I ask, right? Obviously, you have a disability.
Yeah.
How are your hands and your hand? Are you able to control your hands as well as you would like?
Yeah, but I can't use what you got now.
The PlayStation controllers.
Pad.
Right, you can't use those. What can you use? What can you use to control a game properly? What are there any controllers that you can use? That you can control well enough to play games?
No, I can use a joystick.
Like the old school Atari joystick.
Yeah, so what I bought is a...
You're doomed to play crap games forever. This is awful.
What I bought is an arcade joystick, with 8 buttons.
I know it, yeah, for like Street Fighter and Tekken and stuff.
Yeah, no, I can use that to play... Not all the games, but a lot of the games.
Yeah.
Now.
Okay. Well, that's good. There's a really I started to, and then I got called away, but I started to really interesting article the other day about how. Because obviously a lot of young people and old people want to play video games, but because of physical disabilities, they can't. And I take it for granted. I can pick up a PlayStation controller and boom, I'm in. And of course, there are a lot of people, older, but primarily this was about kids who are excluded from PlayStation and Xbox and all of that because they can't even hold the controller, let alone manipulate their fingers in a way to control it. And there's, I was just kind of wondering what, you probably don't know the answer to this, what other, there are other things that some people can do, like there's eye controls and head controls.
See, I like to play the old retro game.
Yeah.
I don't want to, I could get into,
Yeah.
But my ex, her kids, he was into recording that, yeah?
Yeah.
He goes, come up, play me. I thought, no problem. Got in there and
Here's what the two best joysticks in the world. The two best joystick designs in the world. The Atari joystick, because those things never broke with the pad, the red button and the stick, and also on the Spectrum. Do you remember the Kempston joystick? We're getting geeky, hang on.
Yeah.
The Kempston joystick was a great joystick, man!
Sinclair.
Say that again?
The Sinclair.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. On the Sinclair. Listen, Scott, I'm going to move on and go to the break. It's nice to talk to you, brother. You give us a call again.
Wait. Can I give you a topic?
Yeah, have I got any, or have you got one?
No, can I give you?
Yeah, go on. Can you give me one? Steady on.
The thing that I thought about for years, right?
Yeah.
If you were going to disappear, right, it'll mean not disappear for a couple of days.
Disappear forever?
Really disappear.
Yes, mate. You're talking my dream.
How would you do it?
How would I do it?
Right, because I've got a way that I would do it.
She's very rapidly turning into the Scott show. It's got to be said. All right, how would you disappear then, Scott? I've got a way you're going to disappear in about 30 seconds. Trust me.
Kind of a long story, really.
Right. Well, call in on Monday with it.
All right.
Scott, have a good weekend, man. Take care.
Right.
Bye. Could have been the Scott show there. But got to be said, what a great... Thank you, Scott. Great. It's really interesting. And people go, it's just video games. But video games for like 14, 15, 16-year-old kids, even younger and older, is a big thing. And to be physically disabled, and it's slightly different for older people, but to be physically disabled and be excluded from what is the number one pastime for young people to do is a huge thing that people don't really consider. And I did start reading this article, and then I didn't go back to it. I don't remember I saw it. But they're kind of doing... There's all these different things you can get. There are some things you can control by like your eyes and stuff, But it's a thing that not really many people look at. Maybe I'll see if I can find someone over the weekend who works in that field. Or maybe, maybe you're listening and you can't... you can't hold a games controller for whatever reason, or maybe you're a parent, or whatever. Give us a call, because I'd like to know how you get around it, because it's a big thing. It's a really big thing for young people to be excluded from. So many conversations in the playground are about games, And also they're fun. Get this, they're fun. And to not be able to do it at that age, I think is heartbreaking. Not saying Scott's older. Anyway, I'll see if we can get a guest maybe next week. 0344 499 1000, the late night alternative on Talk Radio with Iain and Kath.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee.
On air and off the leash.
On Talk Radio.
0344 499 1000. I'm getting a few... quite a few people are suggesting companies and what have you that are doing things to make it easier for young people with physical disabilities to play video games. And a couple of people have suggested checking out specialeffect.org.uk, a charity that specialises in helping the physically disabled play games. So I've just tweeted them and see if they'll come on either tonight or next week. 'Cause it's a fascinating thing, and it's kind of... it's not niche. It's not niche, actually. I think it's important. Oh, hang on a minute. Come on and say that, Sam, while I pour myself a lovely cup of coffee from my flask that I made today. Friday's flask day. Go on, what have you just typed on my screen?
I know that Josh...
Oh, flipping it, mate. All right, steady on.
I know that Josh Flanagan's done a couple of bits about controllers designed for...
Oh, really?
Handicap. Yeah, because I don't know if you know that he has a friend called Zach Anna, who he does a lot of stuff on YouTube as well. He's got cerebral palsy.
Yeah.
And so they've done a couple of, gaming competitions against one another. So they'll face each other where he uses the new...
The adapted controller.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'll send Josh a little nice one. Thank you for that. Josh, of course, the man behind Day 5, our favourite show. Rooster Teeth TV, he's part of that. He's been on
very
the show.
hairy.
Very hairy. He sent a very nice tweet about us the other day. Oh, I'll send him a little thing. Maybe I'll have a look at it. We'll look at it tonight if anyone wants to call in with it. But also, we'll have a little look at it over maybe a show or two next week, because I think it's fascinating. And there might be some parents out there who thinking Christmas. You've got kids who maybe can't use their hands perhaps as well as you would like them to, and you think, well, I'd love to get them a PlayStation, but. Well, maybe there are some ways around it. So let's have a little look at that next week or tonight. A lot of I say a lot. Just some idiots coming out of the woodwork. Tracy Irvine. Mike Parry is a legend. You should be honoured to be in his presence.
Please.
Yeah, her name is a picture of the St George Cross.
Okay, Tracy.
Oh, dear God. Dear God. Oh, yeah. Let's talk about Jack, baby. Let's talk about you and me. How old are you, Jack?
14.
Okay, fine, then we'll stop the song there. Excellent. Good evening, Jack. It's been a long time.
Yep. Iain.
Yes.
Guess what? Guess what?
Blow snot?
No, what? What the hell?
What the heck?
No.
Blow...
Guess what?
Oh, I thought you said blow...
Thank you, Kath.
What did he say?
Thank you. Flipping heck. Honestly, I think you might need some Hopi ear candles.
Blow snot and F.U. Kath is what I heard.
Wow.
I don't know, Jack. You've become a man.
A man. Yeah. I'm in love.
He's in love?
Yeah.
With whom? Katie Puckrick?
Hell no.
Hell no! Hell no, we won't go!
Iain.
Yes?
Come on, I'm 14 and a half, mate.
Hey, listen, when I was 14 and a half, I fell in love with a woman in her early, mid-50s? Early 50s?
Did you?
Well, not. I didn't go out with her. Probably. I'm just saying it to make the lad feel... What's that look for? I didn't fall in love. I mean, I didn't.
Don't lie then. Don't lie to try and get down with the kids. It's not the way.
This is outrageous.
Be real.
Why must he be a teenager in love?
Again, an old-fashioned reference.
Okay, Jack. Well, tell me what's going on. I want all the goss.
Okay, so
Yes.
I went up to this girl, right, and thought, I like you, but I love you, you know?
Ooh,
Wow.
That was quick.
Escalated.
Yes.
Yes, it escalated very dramatically.
Well, listen. When you know, you know.
Except then it turns out you don't.
Well, maybe he knows.
All right.
Yeah,
Shush.
and then I turned around and she said, friend zones.
Fly zones.
Yeah, she said, look, I've already caught a lad. Pee off.
Well, how old is she?
14.
Yeah, well, she'll dump him.
Give it 2 weeks.
She'll dump him next week.
I turned around and went, nice.
Why are you turning? Why weren't you
Why
just
everyone
facing
turning
each
around?
other? So hang on a minute. So she turned around. So she's got her back to you. Then you turned around and you've got her back to her. This is never going to work. Just stand and face each other, young man.
I did. And I up to her.
Turned around and faced her.
You sound like my dad.
I turned around, I faced her.
Yeah.
I made
Was
eye
she facing you at this point, or is she turned to face the other way?
Well, we both made eye contact the other
Was
day.
there a mirror?
No.
Okay, I'm confused by this. She had eyes in the back of her head. Wow, you got to look and you go for it. Yes. Okay.
No, we turned around.
You both turned around now.
And we made eye
Don't turn around, 'cause you're gonna see my heart breaking. Don't walk away, I don't want you seeing me cry. It's just what you do.
It's breaking up my heart that you're leaving.
I can't let you go. But I won't let you know. This is what you'll be singing in about a week's time. I know, it's tedious, but listen, I've got to fill out 3 hours, Jack. Of course we're going to start singing songs you've never heard of.
So she said pee off, and you said no.
Yeah.
But at least she didn't say like pee off. She actually said pee off.
Mm-hmm.
She was all like pee off. No, she was pee off.
So
Okay.
we turned...
Don't say it.
Don't turn around.
Don't turn around, because you're going to see my heart breaking.
Well, we did, and we made eye contact for 7 seconds.
You were timing.
7 seconds away.
Oh, she just saw that coming.
Okay. Then what happened?
Then what happened? And then she comes over to me and touches my arm. What the heck?
What the heck? It must have been love, but it's over now.
So what did she do after she touched your arm? Escort you off the premises?
Oh, I thought you were going to say something else.
No.
14 and a half.
Exactly. What happened, man?
So, I'm very motivated.
Yeah. So steady on. Come on now. Come on. Imagine you're talking... We're like your aunt and uncle here, okay? So just a little bit of respect.
That makes it awkward. So you're Uncle Ian and Aunt Kath.
Yeah, all right, but don't say it because it sounds weird. What happened? Are you going out with her?
No.
Okay, well that's good because.
But you've staked an interest, and just sit back and wait, my friend.
And had a lot of exercise with all that turning around.
A lot
of exercise. Suppose you're not dizzy. Need to sit down after that.
Aren't they active though, the youngsters?
They really, really are. I respect that.
Oh yeah, well, the most awkward thing happened to me today.
Surely it was when you had that weird conversation with the girl and you stared into her eyes for 7 seconds after she turned around.
Yeah, but my dad has taken my Facebook off me, my Twitter off me.
Good.
My Instagram, man. My Instagram.
Good.
Good.
Good. You're too young to have it.
Do you know what you can try instead? Real life.
Yay. Wait, I need to communicate?
Yes.
What?
With your face, without turning around.
Or you're going to see my heart breaking.
My heart might skip a beat. Da, da, da.
Jack's in love. Hey, nice to speak to you, Jack. We'll speak to you again soon, man. Well done. Good luck on that adventure that is going to end in tears. 0344 499 1000. This is the Late Night Alternative on Talk Radio.
Unmissable late night radio with the original king of unconventional conversation.
Make contact with Iain Lee.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
So we're doing this thing on Sunday. We've got people coming now. We've got people coming. It's go. But I'm doing a Black Friday sale.
After saying yesterday that Black Friday was a load of nonsense.
Well, then I thought I'm going to get in on this Black Friday action. So we've released 10 tickets to the Rabbit Hole Picture Show this Sunday at 2 o'clock in 2 North Down, a great little venue, King's Cross, really good venue. Do a lot of comedy stuff. Go and look at their website anyway. We're showing American Movie, the 1999 movie, American Movie. I'm going to text the director as well and just find out what the hell is going on. And we have released 10 tickets, £5 each. £5 each. Come on, guys. They're £8. You do the maths. There's over 60% off. So if you want them, there's only 10 tickets. Once those 10 tickets is gone, there's gone. IanLee.com/event. Look for the Rabbit Hole Picture Show, American Movie. Click on the link, takes you to the site. Bishy bashy boshy, there are 10 tickets available for £5 each. And you get the same experience. It's Black Friday. Black Friday sale. That's what's happening. It's happening, man. It's live. It's raw. IanLee.com/event. Look for the Rabbit Hole Picture Show. Come and join me and Kath as we sing. I was practicing the song today.
Were you?
It's a bit dirty.
Why?
There's Islands in the Stream. It's very, very... It's all about doing it with you and loving you and giving you one and up your bum.
Don't remember that one.
A lot of it is implied, if I'm honest. But I was singing it and thinking, this is a bit... Hope people aren't going to... Hope you're not going to fall in love with me while I sing it.
No,
is what
it'll
I
be fine.
was thinking, because I sing it in a very powerful way.
Always. Loud, he means.
Yeah, very loud, very powerful. And I go up.
Do you?
Kenny Rogers goes down. I go up.
Well, that's my part.
You do something to me that I can't explain.
Oh, my God.
Every beat of my heart, this could be the start of the real thing.
And you're doing the Joe Cocker fingers.
And the love is warm. It requires a dedication. I'll do this thing tonight. There's no masturbation. We're riding together. Uh-oh. Making love with each other. Uh-oh. So I really, really do belt it out. It's a belter. So if you want to come and see me whip it out on stage with Catherine and watch a really funny movie, American movie. It's a great film. I haven't seen it for years and I cannot wait. You will laugh. There'll be some prizes. I'll have some Imani CDs to sell. We'll bring some sweets again.
Yeah. I'm going to dress up.
Want, yeah.
I'm going to dress up 90s American.
Yeah, I'm dressing up a bit. You bought me a T-shirt. It's going to be fun, man. It'll be fun. And we stick around. And do you know what? We'll be done by 6 at the latest. Probably be 2 o'clock, probably till about 5. Something like that. We'll be done. Be a lovely Sunday afternoon.
You'll be in and out. You'll barely feel it.
IanLee.com/event if you want to go and see that. Let's go to Katie. You talk to Katie because I'm going to just text this director, Chris Hill, and say, what the hell is going on,
Chris? Well, that's
Chris?
a bit rude because Katie's rung up to speak to you. If it's the Katie I'm thinking of, she's not going to want me.
No, she can talk. Katie, who do you want to speak to?
I want both of you.
It's that Katie.
Here comes Katie. Here comes Katie. Her baby is a crawler. Baby is a crawler.
He'll be walking by now.
She's lost the baby. He crawled away. Look under the sofa. That's where he is today. Hello, Katie.
Hi.
Hiya.
How are you?
Good, thank you very much indeed. It's Friday, and we got that Friday feeling. And after 11, we're going to play some audio of me absolutely destroying drunk old man as Father Christmas. Michael Parrington.
Porkington.
From the olden days. You might remember him from the old days.
I don't.
She won't. She's a youngster.
Of course she won't.
Who he is.
No, exactly.
Keep it that way if you know it's good for you.
Yeah, exactly.
I just rang up to say that your little present came today.
Oh, did it? Did you like?
Thank you. It's so gorgeous.
Well, listen. Here's the thing. I forgot what toddlers, crawlers like. So Catherine kind of helped choose it.
Yeah.
And then we got it as as a gift from us.
I know. Thank you.
Because we love you and we love babies and it's Christmas and all of that. Has he had a go on it yet?
No, he's at his dad's. He stays at his dad's from Thursday.
What the heck?
Night.
Well, then you send that back.
She's got it sorted, so what you get every weekend free?
Literally, I have.
Flipping heck, I should have got pregnant at 19.
Hey, that's really good that Dad's taking part in everything as well.
Brilliant.
That's a brilliant setup for all three of you. That's a great.
It is, and even though we don't really get on, it's good that we obviously I know even though he's at crawling age, we don't slag each other off, in front of him or anything
because
like that.
He'll pick up on that vibe, and he'll understand a lot of it now, even though he's not speaking. But they'll pick up on that vibe, and that is if only more separated parents could be as mature as you two are being. It's fine if you don't get on with the parent of the kids. It's absolutely fine, but that's between you and him, not the kids. So well done. Well, listen, Katie, it's up to you. If you want to give it to him when he comes back, if you want to keep it for a Christmas present, you do whatever you do. But that's just a little token from us, and we hope that it's something that he gets a lot of pleasure from.
Yeah, thank you. I'm going to wrap it up and give it to him on Christmas Day.
Beautiful.
Obviously, he won't know it's, not from me, but I'm going to give it to him on Christmas Day. I have sent you a thank you card. It's in the post, but I just thought I'd ring you up. I wasn't going to, but I thought, you know what?
All we ask, and this is a tiny, tiny thing, and I'm sure this will be cool, when he turns 18, that he comes and works as our slave forever, in perpetuity. We basically own him in about 16 years, 17 years.
I've traded my firstborn son. Basically.
Yeah, perfect for a lovely little toy. You know, it's great.
Brilliant.
Yeah, it's a pleasure.
Brilliant.
Hey, listen, Katie, we'll speak to you again, I'm sure, before then. But you know, lovely Christmas and all of that, and it's an absolute pleasure.
Hey, and have a lovely, relaxing weekend.
Thank you, will do.
Put your feet up.
See you later on, Katie.
you.
Thanks for calling.
Bye.
Bye. We got nice people listening. We got nice people. I was going to give it to you on Christmas Day. Fantastic. There you go. Well chosen, young lady. 0344 499 1000, the late night alternative with Iain and Kath on Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee.
Because they're too real to be part of my imagination.
On Talk Radio.
0344 499 1000. Exciting news. Chris Smith, the director of American Movie, I just WhatsApped him. He went online. It all happened during the break. He went online, the little message, the two ticks turned to blue. He read the message. He stayed online for about 30 seconds, and then he went offline. So I don't think he's going to come on. He was going to join us on the old...
I feel like Jack and his courting.
Doo-dah. Oh, to be 14 and a half and in love again.
Oh, no.
It's horrible being in love when you're 14 and a half. I got your picture on your wall. I got my name upon your scarf.
Yeah.
Oh, do you remember that song?
Yeah, because I looked like her when I was a kid.
Shut the front
door.
Oh,
yeah, Claire.
Claire and Friends.
Yeah.
Friends. I wonder if they're still friends.
And that was about the time I moved from north to south as well, so everyone used to sing that at me.
Oh, it's horrible being in love when you're Catherine Boyle.
Actually, when I was 14, it was rubbish for ages being in love, and then it got good.
Yes.
And then it got rubbish again.
It's got good, they got rubbish.
And that's how it goes.
So the cat lady is coming round to my house tomorrow morning at 11 to see if the house is see if the garden is safe for cats because of the train that runs through the end of my garden. That's true, it's a train track. And I got home last night, and because I want these kittens, and I got home last night, and I thought, well, I'm not going to go in the garden at 2:30 in the morning when I get in, because I won't see anything. Of course, I got home and I thought, well, I'll just go and have a look at the end of the garden at 2:30 in the morning.
I'm a grown-up, I live alone, who am I harming?
I can do what I want. So I took I got the flashlight on my phone, and I went and had a look, and I thought, well, there's a little fence, and it's got barbed wire on the top, but there's also trees, so kittens could climb over that. So this lady's going to come tomorrow, and I'm going to schmooze her. I am going to charm her, and I'm going to say, well, the solution is simple, right? I'm going to snap the cat's legs.
Oh.
No, these kittens are so beautiful. One of them's black with just a tiny little white bit there, like Toby used to have. And the other one's kind of mainly black, but sort of half the face is white, and there's a little... they're lovely. And my boys are coming up with terrible names for them, and I don't know how to tell them I'm not going to use any of their names because Lucky and Mucky are rubbish. All their names rhyme.
Also, call a cat Lucky. You know it's going to meet a sticky end.
I tried to explain that concept to my youngest, and it was tricky. God, I want those kittens so much.
They are really cute.
Oh, they're cute!
They're so dinky.
Little kittens! 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. I'm thinking of joining UKIP because they've now got Tommy Robinson. Is his title...
Well, he's not allowed to join, though.
Why?
He's not allowed to join because they've got a ban on people who used to be in the BNP or the English Defence League.
But
right?
Gerald Batten can override that.
Well, no, he's going to be a consultant.
But isn't he the consultant on Pakistani Muslim rape gangs?
Yes.
Isn't that the actual title? Is that the actual title?
Yeah.
That can't be. Can we get the actual title? Because I don't want to be left-wing, liberal, mainstream media spreading fake news. So can we get the actual title of the position that the non-racist party, UKIP, is offering to the non-racist consultant, Stephen Yaxley-Lennon, Tommy Robinson? Can we get the title? Because I don't want to be spreading fake news. I want to spread news. I want to spread the news, the good news. I want to spread the good news.
An advisor on grooming gangs and prisons.
Okay, all right. So that's okay, right?
He knows a fair bit about prisons.
Yeah, because he's been there for beating up his missus, I think.
No, police officer who tried to stop him beating her up.
Oh, we go. Thank you very much indeed for clearing up that legal minefield. Horrible.
And mortgage fraud.
Horrible, tiny little thug. Yes, line 2.
I've got a sausage full of fanny.
OK, that's great. Thanks very much for calling. Let's go to Keena. Good evening, Keena.
Hi, Ian.
Am I pronouncing that correctly?
Tina.
Tina?
Yeah.
Sam.
Tina, just 1 second. Sam, could you come on the... Because Sam takes the calls and types the name in... Sam, sorry, mate. No,
I heard a K when I asked you to spell it.
You're not in trouble. You're not in trouble. What name have you typed on the screen?
Keena. I heard a K.
Well, should we ask her to spell it and let's see what we say? Could you spell your name, please?
I did spell it for him, but I'll spell it again.
Yeah,
Tina.
Just say it again. Stay there, Sam. You're going nowhere, Sam. Stay there. Don't you dare take your headphones off just to go and take a call from Alistair. You're talking to me now, boy. I'm sorry you had to hear that. Could you spell it again for us just one more time, please?
Do I really have to?
Yes, you do, because Sam's about to get bollocked.
Oh, OK, then. Tina.
Oh, God.
You are a bloody idiot! You balled up! She obviously said Tina. There's no such name as Keena. There's no such name. There's no such name. You made it up. You have humiliated that lady. You should be disgraced with yourself. You are disgusting. You are an a-hole, and you make me want to puke. And I hate you. I'm sorry. Idiot. Sorry about that, Tina.
Oh, just call me Keena. It's fine.
Now she says that. Now Sam's had a absolute ripping.
You're gonna. She's a troublemaker. I don't really want to talk to her. Also, I've got a lot of mud on the floor here.
All right.
So there's no bin.
It doesn't matter.
No, it does.
I mean, the rest of the presenters come in here and do all kinds.
Because you talk to her, I've got to get a bin.
What are you doing?
I've got to get a bin.
I'm so sorry about this, Tina.
Don't worry about it. I was just going to say, does he need a woman to come round to look at his garden if he lives on a farm?
Well, yeah, because she wants to see the perimeters. She wants to check his fencing.
Okay.
Are you sniffing that? What are you doing?
It's clearing up the mud because I'm not like Eamon Holmes.
Tina's saying how come she has to look at your farm.
Because it's a rescue cat.
So?
Rescue cat people are very particular.
They're very particular.
No, they're not.
Well, this one is.
Well,
she really is.
Oh, is she? Okay, then, fair enough. I've got a dilemma.
You've come to the right place.
Good. Right.
So I'm out of breath.
Are you listening?
Yeah, yes, we are listening. Very demanding. Very demanding. Not only does she belittle Sam off air, she's now taken over the show. Everyone we've had on the phone tonight has kind of made it like it's their own show.
You know why? Full moon, and it's not just any old full moon. Do you know what it's called? A beaver moon.
Oh,
Beaver Moon. That was I used to go out with a stripper called Beaver Moon. That name encompassed her 2 top moves. Yeah! You know what the top moves were?
No.
Here's number 1, wang. Here's number 2, wang wang. Beaver Moon. Yes, man. Wang.
Classic.
Number 2, wang wang.
All right, I don't need
There you go.
Say
Yes,
that again.
man.
Oh, you dirty pervert.
By the way, for horny straight ladies, horny gays, and bi-curious men and women...
Do they have to be horny, or just...
No, they don't have to be horny.
Just curious.
If you follow me on Twitter, at Iain Lee, or at Talk Radio, you've got to see it before Twitter take it off. Twitter,
seen it.
Very horny video, isn't it? Isn't it sexy?
No, I commented on it.
What did you say, Tina? That you?
I know what she said.
What did she say?
She said she can't unsee it
because it's sexy.
It's burnt onto her eyeballs.
Because it's sexy, yeah.
It's 2 tiny nipples.
What's your Twitter handle, Tina? I want to check out your history and your political prejudices.
I'm not telling you.
Don't, because he'll go through and he'll report you for whatever he can.
No, I've only got 50 followers.
I think we're beginning to work out why. You're trouble.
I know I'm trouble. Right, the reason I called...
Is your name in your Twitter handle?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right, and did you comment on my retweet of the tweet?
No, mine.
Right,
I think.
I'm going to find it. I'm going to find it.
My account's really boring.
Oh, now every time I see your name, I think it says femdom. Femdom, like a dominatrix.
No, it's... Yeah, do you know, I used to get that a lot. When people used to do it, the cold callers used to say condom and...
Yeah. But your face is in silhouette.
Yeah, none of your business, that's why.
One of your pictures is... What is this?
This picture.
What is this? She's trolling me by doing pictures of me looking all bug-eyed. What is that? That's reported. Right, you talk to this troublemaker. I'm going to go through her Twitter feed and report her.
No, come on.
Yeah, I'm getting her suspended, like I did to Steve Austin 1969.
Oh, she's not a Steve Austin.
It doesn't matter. I don't like her attitude.
Go on, Tina. What was it you wanted to say?
Right. Now, there's a lady who lives opposite...
She's retweeting Katie Hopkins! She's a Katie Hopkins supporter!
No, I didn't retweet Katie Hopkins. I commented on something she put up.
What is that disgusting? This is not Dauphinoise potatoes. Look at her Dauphinoise potatoes.
Oh, blimey.
It looks like a Pyrex dish full of sick and semen.
Wow.
That is disgusting. Listen to this from November the 21st. Help me reach 100 followers. I'm halfway of the way there. 50 followers.
Twitter put that, not me.
Shut up. No, Twitter doesn't do that.
Yes, it does.
The language of this. There's a picture of a burger. And listen, excuse me. That's not an effing quarter pounder. What the language? Wow. It's trying to keep the internet clean here. It's part of my new campaign I'm starting. Keep the internet clean.
Is that before or after you called Porky Parry a PR?
Oh, I didn't call him a PR1CK. That's fake news.
What did he say you called him?
A perpendicular or something?
No, a panicular structure.
There we go. There we go. There we go. We got a clear picture at last of Tina Femdom's face.
Oh, shit. Oh, sorry.
You're there in the car with your little doggy. What's the doggy called? Denzel?
Denzel.
Right, and you're there.
I love his face.
Tina's got the same glasses as me. She's a stalker.
They're actually your glasses. It's your car.
Tina's wearing my glasses. Outrageous. Oh, look, there's you and Denzel. Oh, poor Denzel. Look at that selfie with Denzel. Denzel's like, yeah, I don't really want to be in this picture. The next one, the one underneath it, was good evening. I don't really want to be in this, Mum. Can I get out of these now, Mum? All my mates are laughing at me.
He's laid in bed with me now.
Oh, is he strapped down? Does he want to be there?
No, he loves to cuddle up at night.
Denzel laughs like a man.
That's Iain.
Oh.
No, it's not. I'm here. She's in...
No.
Oh,
No.
hang on. You're going out with the dirty pervert.
Yeah.
One-eyed Iain.
One-eyed Iain.
This woman is obsessed with me. She's got my glasses. She's courting a gentleman with a similar but depraved version of my name. It's uncanny. Anyway, go on, Tina. I apologise for Catherine bullying you there slightly. Give her a break.
I'm losing the will to live.
Me too. I work with her. Give her a break, Catherine.
Right.
She's had the decency to call in. Let her have a crack of the whip. All right, guys. Just Sam and Catherine. Just stop having a go at Tina. She sounds like a fun lady. Sounds like a drunk, if I'm honest, but a fun drunk. Tina, what would you like to say?
As I said, there's a woman who lives opposite me.
Yeah, and she's buying a Stairway to Heaven.
No.
Is she?
Anyway, every day I walk past her, like, she smokes. Well, I don't have a problem with people smoking. But she keeps chucking all her dog ends all over the floor. And should I confront her? Or should I just walk on by? Every time I go, I keep thinking, I'm going to say something to you today, and I never do.
When you say the floor, do you mean the floor of your house or the pavement?
No, outside. Just outside.
Oh, get over yourself. Get
What,
life.
me?
Get life.
Really?
Yeah, get life. Get life, you loser.
All right, I'm going to go and sit and study your picture of your nipples then.
The other Ian's not laughing now, is he?
No.
Thank you.
He doesn't care.
Thank you, Tina.
He's looking down at his nipples and going, oh, mine are normal and not tiny, not abnormally tiny.
I did have a sticker saying I was the best daddy in the world, but that's by the by.
Is it falling off?
It's in the car. I mean, just get over it. I mean, she can get fined, that woman, but just get over it. Deal with it. Deal with it. Go and get a life, Tina.
Or go and get a little dustpan and brush
and
do it in front of her.
And send Iain out there to clean it up.
Yes.
That's what we do, send Iain out there. Listen, if it's outside your house, then, just say, Oi! What are you doing? I don't really care. Just, you know.
We noticed.
It wasn't going anywhere there. With Tina, she's a pervert. And
Denzel's cool, though, isn't he?
Who's Denzel?
The dog.
The dog, yeah. Denzel, we can rescue you. We'll be there at 3:00 this morning.
Bark once for yes.
Alistair, stay there. You'll come up after the news. 0344 499 1000. This is the Late Night Alternative on Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee
on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
How does it feel running around, round, round? How does it feel watching from upside down? 'Cause many years from now there will be new sensations and new temptations. How does it feel? How does it feel right at the start? And how does it feel when you are thrown apart? 'Cause many years from now there will be new relations and new frustrations. How does it feel? Experimenting all on the climb. Do you know what it's like to be searching and suddenly find all your illusion, all your confusion, all left behind? How does it feel turning away? Facing another day. 'Cause many years from now there will be new horizons and new horizons. How does it feel? Do you know what it's like to be searching in your own time?
Yes, man. Here's the thing, right? Seriously, go online, get yourself a Slade Greatest Hits, 2, 3, 4 quid, right? You will not regret it. There are a few. Just get a Slade Greatest Hits. You will not regret it. Everyone is a banger. Honestly, every one of their hits is a banger. Next Friday, this time next week, this precise time next week, me and Kath will just be getting over the fact that Dave Hill will have left the studio. Dave Hill, the guitarist from Slade, here for the first hour of the show next week, talking about his brilliant book, which I've got here, Dave Hill. So here it is, the autobiography. First thing I'm going to pull him up on is the front. You have quotes from famous people. And here's one from Noel Gallagher, right, on the front. No Slade equals no Oasis. It's as simple as that. So we will have a go about that. Saying if you could go back and... It's like, if you could go back and kill baby Hitler, would you? If you could go back and kill Slade to stop Oasis, would you? But honestly, seriously, treat yourself to a Slade Greatest Hits. It's such a joy. It's such a joy to play when you're around the house or when you're driving. It's great. You'll know more of them than you think you do. And your homework... Go and buy this book, Dave Hill. So here it is, the autobiography. Probably, again, don't tell the bosses. Probably going to stream it on YouTube, the Dave Hill bit. Probably going to stream it on YouTube. But just, seriously, do not... Just keep that under our hats, OK? Bring in the tripod, set up the camera there. Or try and stream Dave Hill on YouTube. Don't tell the bosses. It's not even me joking now, because I will get a rollicking and we won't be able to do it. So... Next Friday, he's coming in, and it's not a joke as well. It's not a, hey, look at this, old pop stuff. Not at all. Genuinely love that band, love that man. His guitar sound is incredible, really loud and nasty guitar sound. And I think that they're overlooked. They were huge, right? They were huge. If you're under 35, you know them as the here it is, Merry Christmas, everybody, and the clips from Top of the Pops too. That's what you know them from. But they were massive, and they were a massive band. You know, when you had kind of your pretend pop stars like Gary Glitter and the Bay City Rollers and Sweet, who were bands, but kind of not really. Sweet didn't play on their own records. Rollers probably didn't either, actually. Slade were a real band. They played the clubs, you know, they did that circuit. And I just started that book today. First chapter, he talks about his mum going into what he calls the nut house, getting electroconvulsive therapy, and him not finding out his mum and dad weren't married until he was a teenager. His mum and dad, because his mum had a baby, like in the 30s, about 15 years before she met Dave's dad, never told him about it, and he caught her sneaking out, and the dad followed her and said, where are you going? And she said, I've got another kid who's 15 who lives somewhere else. And Dave's dad, this is great, Dave Hill's dad was married when he met his mum, right? But and his first wife wouldn't divorce him for some reason about insurance, and Dave Hill's mum couldn't handle the shame of having another baby out of wedlock, right? So they went to a registry office with all their friends and family, made the friends and family stand outside while they went in and got married, came out wearing rings and had a reception, and it wasn't until Dave was like 15, 16. He worked out they weren't actually married. They'd faked it. They'd just gone into the registry office, presumably stood there for 20 minutes, put some rings on, and just came out and said, yeah, we're married now. They weren't married. They were, and the kids, him and his sister would say to their mum and dad, when is your wedding anniversary? We want to celebrate it. And the dad would say, look, it's none of your business. Just don't ask questions about stuff you don't need to know about. That's the first chapter. The first chapter. And by the way, if you buy the book from Big Green Bookshop, I'll tweet the link. This is where I got mine from. He's got a load of signed copies. So he's got a load of signed copies. So get a signed copy for £10. Really? I'll tweet the link during the next break because it's, again, you know, if you're not going to get it for you, great Christmas present, man. Absolutely brilliant. Right, on with the show. But me and Kath are both very, very excited about Dave Hill coming. Yeah. He had a stroke on stage. Apparently, it's in like the blurb somewhere. I don't know if it's on the back. No. It does not know. Like the intro, it says he had a stroke while on stage. This guy's a hero. I can't wait to talk to him. Next Friday, cannot wait. Good evening, Mikey.
Evening, how are you doing?
I'm very, very well, Mikey. And do you know what? I'm feeling good about talking to you.
Yeah.
Feeling good.
That's good. I always enjoy your part, and you're on good form. You and it's Malky, by the way. It was.
Not Mikey. Sam, second one. You can have a word. Shall I go and have a word?
Sorry.
Hang on a minute, Malky. Stay there, buddy. Kath, could you go and do some producing, please? I didn't think we needed to at this stage.
Sam, that's strike 2.
I'm having an off day, all right?
Sorry, Malky.
It's a bit racist.
No, it's Scottish accent.
It's not, mate. He
Sorry.
should be able to. He should
Won't
be
happen again.
He should be able to understand the accents from Great Britain. Sorry, Malky. Welcome, Malky. It's good to have you on board.
Sam's about the second greatest Sam next to Derek Akora's middleman.
Yeah, Derek Akora's Sam gets more things right than this fella does. Hang on, what are you eating?
Jelly tots.
I'll have one jelly tot. There's not got any sugar in, have they?
A bit.
Okay.
Have another one.
No, I don't want. No, I don't. Seriously, no, I'm not having it. I'm a good boy now.
No, you're not.
Malky.
You're a good boy. You wouldn't have had one.
I also get a lot more energy of Derek Akora's Sam than your Sam.
All right, mate. Don't have a go at my team. All right.
Anyway, I'm
only teasing. What have you got for us, Malky?
Well, see the Dave aspect. You're just chatting about Dave. I'm fascinated about Dave.
Yeah.
Because I think Merry Christmas, everybody. We all know the royalties and that.
Yeah.
Which basically, you know the thing with Coldplay where Chris Martin basically splits. It's pretty much an even split. He gets a slightly better split now, even though he's the main writer, which is quite unusual, to be fair.
Hang on a minute. Chris Martin does what? He splits the songs with the royalties with the band?
Pretty much, aye. It's pretty much an equal split with that band.
Oh, guy's an idiot. He's even more of an idiot than I thought he was.
They recently changed it to give him a slightly higher split. And that includes, like, their manager.
Yeah.
Not even one of the band.
Wow.
But, bear in mind, I think it's two of the guys, basically, Noddy Holder and the other chap wrote it, didn't they?
Yeah, Jim wrote it, didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah. So, basically, I think it's pretty much sort of accepted they get $500,000 a year.
Yeah.
Each, between them every year, and that's 40 years, was that? 45 years or something like that?
Something like that, yeah.
So there, you're looking at that lad. When I was hearing Dave was doing, like, Butlins,
yeah,
and you're kind of thinking, that does seem pretty rotten. Do you not think, from a human perspective, if you were getting, bear in mind, you're all the sum of the. It's like the synergy, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're more than the sum of the parts.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, but of course. But so what you're saying is that Noddy and Jim Lee, they wrote all the songs. Basically, they were the songwriters.
Yeah.
So they make all the money. And from Merry Christmas, Everybody, you're right. They do get about $500,000 a year, which is incredible. And Dave Hill didn't write any of the hits. He may have written a couple of album tracks, never wrote any of the hits. So he has got nowhere near the bank balance that those guys have got. And, he does the Butlin circuit. I don't think he does so much now. Slade is still touring, but it's him and the drummer and two other revolving kind of members. What, you suggesting that Noddy Holder should give him, £250,000 quid?
No, maybe not that, but I personally think, bear in mind, the reason that the song, obviously it's a brilliant song, but back in its day, a key aspect, if you were to ask everyone who was the main eye-catching person, most people would be saying Dave. So one of the reasons they got massively famous and part of their brand was he was an integral part of their brand.
He was the look and he was the sound. Yeah, he was definitely the look, and he was a huge part of the sound. Him and Noddy's voice, that was the sound of Slade, definitely.
So I had an argument with a family member over this, and I personally felt it would be the right and humble and charitable thing to do ethically the thing to do. Yeah. But this is just my opinion.
Yeah.
Is when you know, which was going to be pretty obvious a few years into it, that this is going to be a cash cow for the rest of your life.
This is pension. Yeah.
Hold on a second. Even if they said you get 5% or something, it's a pension fund there. And I know when they had their the reunion, it got quite nasty, apparently.
But weren't they, the story I heard was they all got together in a room.
That's right, yeah.
And then
yeah,
they all stormed out. And it says, listen, the introduction, I was really interested, because the foreword in this book is written by Noddy Holder. And I was surprised by that, because they fell out. And here where's the thing? And it says here, where is it? It goes, this is from Noddy Holder. Since I left the band in 91, we've not always seen eye to eye on some things. I'm afraid that's the nature of rock and roll. But we've always respected one another and still managed to speak often. Dave has come down from Planet Hill in the last few years and has got his priorities in life all sorted. We're now both in our 70s and we're still able to make each other laugh a lot. Which I thought was quite a nice little twist on it. But I'm going to... Listen, here's the thing, Malky. You've always, when a guest comes in, you've always got to check the vibe. Because some guests come in and you know from the second you shake their hand, you can ask them anything. And some guests, you go in with, a pretty deep question straight away, and you're met with a wall, and you think, oh, OK, no, I misjudged that. They don't want to answer. They just want to, do the PR interview, which is fine. I get a feeling from Dave Hill, we could probably ask him anything, but I'm going to ride the vibe, and if the vibe is good, I'm going to ask him. I'm going to say, what happened in that meeting when the four of you got back together? What went wrong? Do you get any money from maybe they did set up a little pension fund for him and the drummer. What is your relationship like with Noddy Holder now? What are the chances of the four of you just doing one gig? Imagine that. Yeah. Imagine that, the four of them doing one gig together.
It would be amazing.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah, they would absolutely. And I want to ask you a song they had, and it's about 1983, a Christmassy song, where they did it in the castle, the video from the castle. I can't remember the name of the song. But it's actually a cracking song.
Wait, was it Radio? Was it the one we played yesterday?
Radio Wall of Sound.
Radio Wall of Sound. No, I know what it was. I know what it was. I know exactly what it was. Hang on. It was this. This is a great song. 1991. Is this it, Malky?
Nah.
Hang on. Listen to this. Hang on.
I was coming home. I was all alone in a place so cold. I don't feel. So
we're going to start the next hour with that, because that is a song, Universe.
That's a cracker. It's very similar to that, isn't it? The one I'm thinking about.
Yeah, let me go to... It was a single, was it? Let me go to a greatest hits.
It was a single, and it was in a Scot... They basically done it, they were all in kilts.
Oh, I've just typed Slade... I've just typed Slade Greatest Shite. That's not going to help. Greatest hits. Let's have a little look.
I'd buy that album.
Hang on a minute. Let's have a little look on here. Very best of Slade. I do know the song you're talking about. I can't think what it is. My Oh My.
My Oh My, that's it.
Yeah, that was it.
That's it. Well done, my man.
We got there, buddy.
You're
Oh
good.
My.
So this is on next Friday then, is it?
Next Friday's coming in. Here we go. Look, Look.
Spent.
Next Friday, first hour of the show. And if you want to phone up and talk to him, Malky, you'd be very, very welcome.
And can I address the elephant in the room if I don't get him to walk out?
You can speak to Catherine, of course you can.
Hey!
Steady. No,
hey, I'll never forget that.
Let's listen.
Catherine's beautiful.
Because I was teasing. Listen to the start of the show, check the vibe, and if let's go for it, man. Let's go for it.
I know you're brilliant at dealing with stuff like that, but I mean, I just, can I ask finally, if it's you and Kath, what would you do if it's vice versa? So Kath, you're the writer.
I like Malky.
Would you do the right thing there?
If I'd written Merry Christmas Everybody and Kath hadn't written anything, would I give her
$500,000?
Yeah.
And then you're writing about, say, 1978, this is going to be a right good earner.
Yeah.
What do you do?
5%, that's 25 grand a year. I'd have to stop taking Catherine's calls. No, of course I wouldn't give it to her. Why would I give it to her? Did you write it? Did you write Merry Christmas Everybody, Catherine? No, I did.
Out of the two of us, it's more likely to be me, though.
No, but in this scenario, I wrote it. So no, I'd send you a card. I wouldn't even send that.
That's not even true, though.
No.
That's not even true.
Malky, she's getting not a penny of it.
No, he would. He would give me half. I know, Ian.
Malky, listen, we've got to move on. Thank you very much, mate. Give us a call next Friday and speak to them. This is my oh my. This is some. When was this? What year was this?
He reckons 83.
It would have been about that. Reached number 2, December 1983. They're just walking through like glens. Very similar to Universe.
I believe
in woman, my oh my. Do you know this one? This is great.
No, I would have been 6.
in loving my own mind. Don't a woman need a man? Try and catch one if you can.
That sounds an awful lot like a song my mum used to sing to me in the bath.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. What's the one your mum used to sing?
If I was a bubble in the bath, ah-hum, ah-hum. If I was a bubble in the bath, ah-hum, ah-hum. If I was a bubble in the bath, I'd tickle your bum and make you laugh, ah-hum, ah-hum, ah-hum.
Wowzers.
So I think we may have a case there against Slade.
Listen to the chorus. This is a great chorus. Oh, guys, get back together. Do one gig. One gig.
We all need a lot of loving, my oh my. Get a whole lot of loving, my oh my. I could lend a helping hand if you ain't got nothing planned. We all need some loving, my oh my.
Take it, Dave! I mean, he's a great guitarist. He's a great guitarist. He's a great guitarist. Tempted to bring a guitar in there.
Don't you dare.
Oh, tempted. Just say,
Oh, you're going to play it?
No, for him. Just say, Dave, there's a guitar there. I mean, I don't know if you want to... I always bring the guitar in with me. It's Guitar Friday. What are you talking about? Of course I do. Tempted.
Well, it wouldn't do any harm, would it?
Right, if I bring a guitar in next Friday, no one tell Dave Hill that I never bring guitars in on Friday, right? And just pretend that the guitar is always in the studio.
It's a prop.
It's a prop.
It's tuned, but it's prop.
I'll bring an acoustic guitar in and just see if he fancies. Just see. We'll ride the vibe. I'm so excited. Alistair and Simon, stay there. You'll come up next. 0344 499 1000. This is Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
That's a cracking old show tonight. Full moon. But there's a nice vibe about it.
Beaver Moon, if you don't mind.
Hey.
Do you know why it's called that?
Yeah, I got a few ideas.
No.
Because the beavers come out.
Yeah.
The beavers come out and work.
Yeah,
of course they do.
They can see.
Yeah, good for them. Those guys get to see one night every year. The Beaver Moon. The beavers, come on and play. I want to play with the beaver. Why is beaver a nickname for a vagina? Why is pussy a nickname for a vagina?
I don't know. In Spanish, it's conejo, which is a rabbit.
Cornetto.
Conejo.
Just one conejo. Give it to me. Delicious from Italy. Let us go to Alistair. Good evening, Alistair.
Good evening, guys.
Evening, Alistair.
You both seem in good form tonight.
We are in excellent form tonight. And what form are you in tonight?
Sort of so-so, Ian.
You sound...
So-so.
Permission to speak freely, sir.
Yeah.
You sound absolutely steaming.
I'm not steaming. I've had a couple, but I'm not steaming now. But...
Dude, come on, man. You're killing yourself. And when you drink, you turn into an a-hole. And you're not an a-hole. You're a good man. You're a decent man. And when you drink, you turn into an a-hole. And I just feel very trepidatious. Trepidatious. Speaking to you when you're like this, because sometimes it turns out nicely, and sometimes it ends up with you calling me an effing C and then sending me abuse on Twitter and sending me abusive emails, man. Come on, get sober! Come and join us on the Sober Club. It's much better, man. It's much better. You won't wake up feeling ashamed. Well, you might wake up feeling ashamed and hating yourself, but the chances of it are less.
Yes, you're absolutely right.
Get sober! Sober up!
You're right.
Thy Jesus into your heart.
Yes.
Dude, listen, I'm going to let you go, Alistair, but, right? Don't take this as a kick to the shins. Don't take this as anything. No. I prefer you when you're sober. I don't like you when you're drunk, and I'm always scared of the consequences when you're drunk, all right? You do what you need to do tonight. That's groovy. That's cool.
Okay.
Go and get some help, man. Go and get some help, because you're a good man. When you're drunk, you're not a good man. But when you're sober, you are a good man, all right? Go and get some help. Go and get help.
All the best. All the best.
All the best. Keep that best, not the best courage, but give those good wishes to yourself. You deserve it more than we do right now. Good night, Alistair, and take care of yourself. Take care of yourself, man. Man, come on, you can do this. Meet my sponsor tomorrow in the woods. Go through my step 1, then I'm on the step 2. You go for a walk in the woods.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, what are you going to do it in Costa? I'm going to read out all my dirty little secrets in Costa?
You have to go to a secret place.
You go somewhere it's private, so you can share all this stuff openly and freely. Okay, let's go to Simon. Good evening, Simon.
If you go down to the woods today...
You'll be in for a very big surprise if you overhear my conversation tomorrow, because it's going to be absolutely filthy!
Oh, I never knew you had it in you.
Yes, mate!
Now, look, this is important. This is the reason I'm calling is important.
Nothing is important. You know that. This is all filler until we die.
Well, I don't know. I think you might find this is of utmost importance.
Okay.
I heard on your news flash.
Yep.
Okay. Very disturbing story that they're trying to change the name of a little village near me from wool to vegan wool.
No, they're not. No, they're not. That's not happening.
That's what was right. Now, look, that's
not
giving me the idea.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, go on.
Okay, just to say, that's a great press release from a company or from an organisation. That ain't never going to happen, and no one's really trying to do it. Anyway, that's to one side, because we're cleverer than the fake mainstream media. What's your idea?
Let's hope it's not true.
It's not true.
The idea is, right, let's make this country as PC as we possibly can.
Great again. Let's make this country great again.
Right. Inappropriately named places that could possibly cause...
That's the name of a place.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Inappropriately named places that could possibly cause offence and the rectification of such. Okay. So, for example,
yes.
Liverpool...
Yes. Uh-oh.
Liver could offend vegetarians.
Oh, for goodness
So let's call it Quam Pool.
Quam?
Corn Pool.
My name is Carl.
Don't bring him into the conversation again. I don't want his...
just thought it was a good phoning topic.
All right, okay. Well, Newcastle could offend anti-monarchists.
And young people.
Sorry?
Well, it should be called, not Old Castle, but somewhere in the middle castle.
The word new doesn't offend anybody.
Well, nor does the word wool, apparently.
No, it doesn't. No one's offended by it. It's a PR campaign
You've been sucked in, Simon.
Come on, man. You're falling for the fake news machine. It's to get a big publicity for a vegan organisation. And, well, good luck, those guys. They came up with the idea, and it worked.
Well, hang on, because I live in Southampton, right?
Oh, well, now that's...
Hampton.
Exactly. That's a pseudonym for a penis.
Well, this is it. But the thing is, my offence to that is the south bit. You got a Southampton and Northampton. What about East Hampton and West Hampton?
Just leave your Hampton alone, man. Why are you obsessed about your Hampton?
Hampton
Court. Oh, nasty. It's not bad, is it? It's not bad. It's not bad.
Baby. Dirty pervert.
Yes.
Yeah,
I wonder how many times I can press this button before Dave Hill walks out.
Baby.
Boy, what's Wolverhampton? How do you do Birmingham?
You'll have a cup of soap.
You'll have a cup of soap. Right? If y'all play that one more time, I'm walking out. If y'all's played that one more time, I'm walking over here. The bugger.
And
off with his head.
Baby.
I warned you. I'm walking out of here. Dave Hill. That's not actually Dave Hill, that's me, guys. Next week.
Great.
I've got a mouthful of sausage.
Thanks for your call, Simon. 0344 499 or 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call for the first time this evening. Hello? For the first time this evening. I wonder if that's the director of American Movie getting back to me saying, yes, he'll come on. No. For the first time this evening, the switchboard is empty. It is devoid of calls. Then we're going to do. It's a full moon.
The beaver moon.
Please don't rub your hands together. They're so dry and crisp. They're like that big brown leaf in the old, what was it, Oil of Ulay advert. Remember there was a big...
I do remember
and they
that.
put that... So it
Why are you
sounds
moisturising the leaf?
Yeah.
They're not brown and crisp.
Please, just stop making that noise. It's disgusting. I can hear the dry skin falling off.
Says old Scratchy Beard. And actually, Scratchy Gooch earlier on. So I'm allowed to stroke my hands warm. You've got me here in the cold.
Mate, I'm driving a 20-ton juggernaut. If my gooch is itchy, we're going to crash and die. I need to have everything has got to be in
What are you
perfect...
boasting about your juggernaut for?
You know it's a metaphor.
For?
The show.
Oh, I thought it was your...
I'm driving... Oh, Jesus. Just you're an idiot. I don't know why I bother. Speaking of idiots. Right, speaking of idiots. So, please stop doing that. It's disgusting noise. Right, have that. Speaking of idiots, no one else heard it apart from you. That was just the chair moving as far as they're concerned.
They know.
Speaking of idiots, Mike Parry is one, the biggest one, right? He's part of the two mics. I would say 20. Physically, he's 70% of the two mics. Intellectually and emotionally, he's like 5% of the two mics. Mike Graham is the talent. Mike Graham does all the links in and out of the news and the adverts, right? Because Mike Parry's like a child who's had 2 bottles of Sunny Delight. He's nuts and annoying. And you want to punch him, but you can't.
Have you seen him doing the cinnamon challenge?
I have, like an absolute belches. Anyway, he was trolling me yesterday. Very rude. Because he doesn't know anything about the Beatles, right? And I want to do a Beatles quiz with him, and we talk about this in here. But then some of his idiot fans mocked up a picture using Photoshop or something of me tweeting and calling him a PR1CK. I wouldn't do that. And everyone who retweets that image of that screenshot, or screenshot in inverted commas, well, you're going to get sued for libel. OK, so delete it. Anyway, Mike Parry and I had a chat earlier on. It's not for the faint-hearted, which includes him. And this is what happened. Mike Parry.
Yeah, Ian, how are you?
Just calm down.
Hey?
Calm down. I will talk to you.
Calm. That's the mantra, you know, if you're having problems with your anxiety.
I'm having no problems with my anxiety. I'm having problems with your trolling.
Oh, yeah.
And your casual racism. Online.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
And just give me an example of that, then.
Ian is a was. You know what that means?
Yeah, was.
Because he spells his name with an extra I.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, well, you are...
I-A-I-N.
Yes, correct. The correct way.
It's
you are mocking...
posy, isn't it?
Well, you tell that to Scotland.
Poser.
It's Scottish. You tell that to my Scottish... I've got Scottish blood in me.
Scottish blood, you're Scottish.
My grandfather's Scottish, so yeah. So you're going to tell my dead grandfather that he's a was?
No, not at all.
Well, then...
Because you can't communicate with the dead, so I wouldn't worry about that. Anyway, listen, the point is that...
What about the whole of the Scottish nation?
Yeah.
I think they deserve an apology.
No, they're not getting one.
Well, you should get... And it just shows the arrogance of you.
No. Listen, whatever I may have called you...
A lanky marshmallow face?
A lanky marshmallow face, yeah. But, I mean, look, you are lanky. You wouldn't disagree with that, would you?
I wouldn't disagree with that, but the marshmallow face...
Well, it's the puffiness, around the eyes.
You're calling my face puffy, you old drunk!
No. What I was going to say is, whatever I may have said to you in jest, and it was, of course, all in jest...
Oh, OK.
I did not refer to you as a penicular structure as you referred to me, which I found very offensive.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
But, because I'm that sort of guy, I didn't
Some of your followers, and I have to say this, all of the Mike Parry fans I've encountered are thick. And
well, I'm not having that, because, they are called the Porky Army. And you cannot brand the Porky Army thick. You are in trouble now.
With a load of people that can't spell, that don't know how to use punctuation, and that mock up pictures. Someone mocked up a picture of me calling you a PR1CK.
Well,
I wouldn't do that. I'm a professional.
No, it's disgraceful.
I wouldn't bully someone online.
Anyway, this issue all started on the proposition about you or me knowing more about the Beatles, okay?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
And I profess to be a world expert on the Beatles.
What was the album they've just re-released?
It was called The Beatles. but of course it was known as the
Well
White
done.
Album.
Well,
Thank
you've
you
just
very
gone
much
up in
indeed.
my estimation
Thank you very much
significantly.
indeed. And do you know why it was white? Because Brian Epstein had left in the note before he died no colour on the album, lads, and that was the Sgt. Pepper's album. They made it the most colourful album in the history of the world as a tribute to him, but then got a conscience and said, right, we won't put any colour in the next one.
Correct, absolutely correct.
So
had you asked me that as a question, that's what I would have told you.
Yes,
so
yes.
that doesn't prove anything. Basically, I know more about the Beatles than you do.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, of course
I think
do.
we'll test it then.
Okay, go on then.
Test it.
Ask me a question.
No, I'm not going to.
All right.
What is the one Beatles record upon which not a single member of the Beatles played a single instrument?
That is an excellent question.
Yes, it is.
Let me have a little think about it.
Well, don't think too long,
Well,
because
no,
I haven't got too long.
There's no time limit.
Yeah,
I'll think as long as I want.
Yeah, okay.
A
all right.
Beatles record.
Yes.
Now, do you mean a record or a song?
No, a Beatles single that was released upon which not a single Beatle played a single musical note that contributed towards the record. And I'll give you the answer, because you won't get it. It's Eleanor Rigby. When Paul McCartney brought in Eleanor Rigby,
you're right.
George
You're
Martin said, we need a string orchestra in here to do
I'll
this.
give you that.
And they sat on the
Oh, no,
sides.
hang on, I won't give you that. Because I won't give you that.
Why?
Because that wasn't a single.
Well, I'm sorry, it was. Eleanor Rigby was.
Not in this country, it wasn't.
Eleanor Rigby was.
Not in this country,
It was. It was on top of the pops.
Eleanor Rigby.
I swear to you.
Eleanor Rigby was not on top of the pops.
Eleanor Rigby
This guy
was.
has just totally blown it.
No, I haven't.
Eleanor Rigby was not a single in this country,
Yes, it was.
Mike, and it was not on top of the pops.
Yes, it was, and I'm sorry you got that wrong, and I've got that right. But anyway, listen, we can have lots of questions about the Beatles if we had a formal quiz.
Okay.
So
bring it on.
We're going to have a formal quiz.
When?
What have we got to decide?
Listen to him fudging it.
No. No, this is like an international, meeting of minds.
Well,
we've got to find a location, we've got to find a medium, we've got to find a time and a place, but most of all, we've got to find an independent quizmaster who is not loaded on your side.
Well,
okay?
it can't be. All right, it can't be Catherine, my producer, and it can't be the host of your show, Mike Graham.
Yeah. Sorry, you mean my co-presenter?
Well, he's the host, and you're kind of the sidekick.
No, my co-presenter.
You're like Gordon the Gopher, but less funny.
My wingman.
Okay, all right. How is your heart these days? How much of it is working these days?
Only 1/3.
Yeah, I've got 100%. 100% going in this bad boy.
Yeah, all right.
And 100% in the brain.
And that gives you the right to mock my affliction, does it?
Yes, it does.
Does it? Really?
Yes, it does.
Yeah. What about my diabetes? Do you feel any sympathy for my diabetes?
Yes, I do. Look at the state of you, man.
Or my frozen shoulder, my sciatica, the fact that I've probably got Lyme disease.
I feel sorry for you about the Lyme disease. That's nasty. But the diabetes is your fault.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's get someone then.
We'll get it together.
All right.
We'll get it together, okay?
Can I go now?
You can go now, and I think you've got a show to do tonight, haven't you? So bigger on with that. This is TalkSport Towers, mate.
This is Talk Radio, and you're a very rude man.
There is a hierarchy of power.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
I haven't had any chocolate for 2 weeks. I haven't had any lattes for 2 weeks. I love a latte. I haven't had one for 2 weeks. I'm still a fat so-and-so. But I'm not missing the chocolate. We're doing the vegetarian thing. We're kind of going for it 5 days a week, weekdays.
Yeah. I don't even fancy meat at the moment.
No, I don't, actually. I was thinking almost Sunday after the show, we can go out and have a burger and all that. Actually, I don't know if I fancy going out.
I really fancy fish.
I fancy a nice little bit of grilled chicken.
All right.
Look at us.
We'll spoil ourselves.
Look at us. I tell you what, it's a beaver moon. And so between now and 1 o'clock, Martin Kellner coming in at 1. We will rock you. We'll take calls straight to air. Sam, relax, because to be honest, you've been ballsing it up like nobody's business tonight. We will take calls straight to air, so we will not call you back between now and 1 o'clock. The switchboard is empty. So if you want to give us a call, 0344 499 1000. And also, the Skype is open. Late Night Alternative. Late Night Alternative. So you've got 2 ways to get in touch. We'll take calls straight to air. Late Night Alternative on the Skype or on the old telephone. 0203 286 6370. Don't swear. Don't be libelous. There's a 7-second delay. We will, we'll cut your... Let's do an ASMR, shall we? Let's give people the horn. Yeah. Let's give people the neck horn. And do an ASMR. Okay. Hello. This is an ASMR. You really should be wearing your headphones for this. Put your headphones on. And get ready as we send you down the highway of tingles
Who's ruined that?
You ruined that, man.
Hey, James, can I ask you a question?
Yes, you can.
How come you always give Sam such a hard time?
Because he keeps muffing everything up. He's muffed up 2 of the callers' names tonight, which is unforgivable. His job is to take people's names. Twice, he's failed. How come you don't know? How come? Shut up, you drunk. Shut up. Shut up. How come you don't know how to? He's hung up. That's the people that defend you, drunks and losers who don't know how to use telephones. You should be ashamed of yourself, Sam.
These are your people.
You should be ashamed of yourself for that call that you knew nothing about and you didn't initiate. You should still be ashamed.
Let's go back to the
Hang on a minute, because we're going to get disturbed by these idiots. Yes, line 2?
Ian, how you doing, buddy? You okay?
Very, very, very well. We're trying to do an ASMR thing, but we're going to... Yeah, it's going to be... Yeah, I'm good.
Good, man. Just wanted to say thank you for a brilliant night last week in Bath. I thought it was absolutely awesome, and I'm gutted I didn't stay to see you. But
you mean the show? I was thinking, hang on a second, did I get drunk and sleep with a guy in Bath again? No, you came, did you? Oh, thank you so much, man. We had the time of our lives there. The Rondo Theatre is great. It was a great vibe, the best audience I think we've ever played to. But you were too lazy to stick around afterwards and thank us personally.
You just came to look at us and then run away.
We appreciate you coming, Paul. Thank you, brother, and we're glad you enjoyed it.
Man, it was awesome. It really was. So many highlights as well. Yeah. I couldn't pick just one, but yeah, brilliant. So thank you ever so much.
Well, thank you for the support, brother. We'll go back to the Rondo again at some point next year because we love it there, and it's a joy to play, and we always seem to do really well there. So thank you for your support, Paul. It's appreciated.
My pleasure.
Cheers, my dear.
All the best.
Ta-ta. Bye-bye.
Cheers, both.
Bye-bye. A nice guy.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's got to be a little bit louder, apparently, so we're doing
So I was doing it right and you were doing it wrong.
You're too loud.
No, I'm not.
You're doing it with an attitude that I don't think is conducive to neck tingles.
My attitude is directed at you.
Your attitude is just you're doing it now. Just stop it. Just leave it. Just leave it and move on to the actual thing.
Okay.
So I'm going to make some noise.
This time. Oops. Let me just trim the other side.
You keep going from like quiet voice to loud voice.
Shut your face. This is my haircut. Okay. You're interfering.
Hang on a minute. Okay. Right, my turn now. Here we go. This is like actual proper ASMR now, even though I'm getting a boner.
Let me just...
This is actual Morse code.
That's Ian's wages. £40 in pennies. Just write down the shopping for tomorrow. We want eggs, milk, butter, booze, cake, scampi fries, what else do we want? Oh yeah, knickknacks. Could you open the window, please?
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee
on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
I was coming home. I was
That's Slade, but that's Slade in 1991. Now, there's not many 70s bands who, you know, a lot of the 70s bands' output in the 90s was very poor. That's a great song. Dave Hill next Friday. Here, guys. Here. 0344 499 1000. This is the Late Night Alternative. Iain Lee, Catherine Boyle. We call it the Late Night Alternative because every other radio show right now, every other phone-in show right now is doing Brexit, is doing the DUP, is doing Tommy Robinson joining UKIP, is doing all kinds of dull things that I couldn't really give a stuff about, man. Couldn't give a stuff about it. I really don't care. I get a little bit, yeah, but I don't really care. So we call it the Late Night Alternative because we genuinely believe this is an alternative to all of those dull phoning shows. Or all of the, dull is a little bit harsh, some of them are dull. But all of the usual phoning shows that are doing all of the usual phoning topics. We sit here and we talk about Slade. For crying out loud. We slag off colleagues like Mike Parry, and colleague, I'm using a very loose term. We do farting ASMR. But we can do heavy stuff as well. What I'm saying is, for the next 53 minutes, before Martin Kellner comes in at 1, you are welcome to give us a call about absolutely anything. Anything you want, okay? And we're going to take calls straight to air. So you won't speak to Sam, you won't get asked for your name or anything. We will not even call you back. You phone up. The number is free for most of you in your packages. For others, it might cost pennies. You phone up 0344 499 1000. Don't swear, don't be libelous. And then when I see your number on my screen, I go, hello, line 1, you're on the wireless.
Inky, Binky, Bonky. Daddy had a donkey. The donkey died. Daddy cried. Inky, Binky, Bonky.
You see, it's as simple as that. That was art. We had art then. You don't have to be as clever or as intelligent as that guy. You can phone up and do silly stuff as well. 0344 499 1000. And just try and get in touch with the cosmos and the universe. It is a full moon. It's a beaver moon, so-called, Catherine, because...
Because it's when the beavers get busy.
Oh, yeah, maybe you've got busy beavers where you are. Oh. So just allow the pull of the moon to I don't believe that we're 80% water.
What?
I don't believe that we're 80% water.
Why not?
Well, because you can't see any water on me.
Yeah. But if I squeeze you, water will come out.
That is true, actually. I do need a wee. Line 2, you're on the wireless.
Yeah, I think I might have a talent for writing, like, ditties for radio, you know, like adverts and that, and I just want you to tell me what you think of this ditty.
OK, away you go. Yeah, sure.
Right, it goes like this, right? So it's a fake product, but you think any product, so it goes like this. I've got piles, ooh, they hurt. What am I to do with them? Peter's piles, suppositories. They'll get rid of your piles as soon as you please. I can smile, me bum doesn't hurt. Face the world with a happy disposition. Peter's piles, suppositories. They'll get rid of your piles as soon as you please. Peter's piles, suppositories.
I like that at the end.
That's not bad, actually. I can face the world, my bum doesn't hurt?
Yeah, I can face the world with a happy disposition.
Yes. Yeah. Do you know what? I like that. I give that. Listen,
yeah.
if I were in charge of advertising, you'd have the job, brother. That's brilliant. You got to stick. You got to stick with that, man.
Well, listen. If you come up with another product for me, and I can work on it.
Catherine, you got any products? And see if this caller can do it.
All right, let me have a think.
Here's the thing. You're in the pitch meeting. You're in it now. Well, you're not gonna get invited back next week. You've got to come up with the jingle now. Right. Catherine is going to throw a product at you. You got to do it. You got to do it now.
Let's
see if I can do it now.
Do it now.
Let's do incontinence pants.
Why are we obsessed with bum holes?
Well, just we are.
Okay.
It's a beaver moon.
Okay, right. Oh, feeling squishy. I can't walk. I need something that'll make me talk with confidence and know that my fats won't come out and I won't have big brown stains coming out me trousers.
Okay, you're fine. You're not hiring.
You need some work. It was in there somewhere, but
that was outrageous. That was disgusting. 0344 499 1000. We will not call you back between now and 1. So, I don't believe this whole we're 80% water. That's obviously a lie. Where do they get that figure from? Where is that figure
Science.
from? Well, no, we say that, but then, we don't use 10%. We only use 10% of our brain, right? That's not true. That isn't true. That's a thing that people say, and they take it as reality. Oh, we only use 10% of our brain. That's not true. That has been proven to be untrue. We use all of our brain. We use all of our brain. So the 10% thing is like, which makes me think. I can't remember where that came from. But so we need to check the sources, and as journalists, you'll know this. So we've got to check the sources on the 10% of it. We only use 10% of our brains. If you go back, it ain't true. It's a myth, right? So where is the body is made up of 80% of water? Where does that come from? We're accepting that.
60%.
Okay, already we've shaved off 20%. This is great. I reckon we'll get it down to about 9% by the end of the show. But where does that come from? Let's line 3. You're on the wireless. Where do you think that comes from? Okay, thank you. Line 4, where do you think that comes from? Hello, line 4,
Sorry,
you're on the wireless. You're on the wireless.
Yeah, I missed the question.
Where do you think the saying that our body is made up of 60% of water actually comes from? Is there any science behind that?
Probably. Yeah.
Okay, great answer. What have you called in for, line 4?
I called in with some advice. It's actually really boring. It's probably completely different from what you're talking about.
Dude, we're talking about... Here's the thing. We're talking about anything that anyone wants to phone in about, so I look forward to hearing this advice. Thank you for sharing it with us.
I'm a bit late to the party. I was listening to your show yesterday.
Yeah.
Earlier on today.
Yeah, okay.
And you were talking about... you've got some bits and pieces on Amazon, CDs and stuff.
Yeah.
That's kind of my job, is to put stuff on Amazon. So I just called up with a little bit of advice.
Hang on, what do you mean it's your job? Do you work for Amazon?
I work for a company that sells on Amazon, so it's kind of.
They've just put a crazy price on my Marnie Coppola CD.
Exactly.
On another website, email order, it's $11.99. On Amazon, last time I looked at it, it was like £22. No one's going to buy it for that price.
Exactly, it's madness. So the way around it is to put it on yourself.
£21.50, 60. Oh yeah, okay, right.
And it doesn't take. It's no effort at all.
Well,
really.
but then if we put it on ourselves, don't we then have to distribute it and sell it and post it up when the people buy it?
No, you can. You can do something that's called fulfilled by Amazon. So you can still send it to Amazon. And they will ship it out for you, but you set all the prices yourself.
I've seen that. I've bought things where it said sold by this person, fulfilled by Amazon.
Oh, okay, yeah. Right. And I'm just texting my business partner Glenn because he's the brains. Okay, you go on.
I realise this isn't like fascinating radio.
Who cares about those? It's about me making money. Right, go on. So what do we have to do?
So if you Google Seller Central, that's where you can set up an account for yourself, and then. The listing for the product will have a code that's called an ASIN, ASIN.
Yeah.
And you search for that, and then you can add your listing to that product and basically undercut whatever Amazon's selling.
But then who? So someone buys it, and then who posts? Do I have to then pack it, put it in an envelope, and post it?
No, if you choose fulfilled by Amazon as your shipment option. Amazon will ship it out for you. I'm assuming that you send your stock to Amazon in the first place.
Yeah, Amazon have got our stock, yes.
Yeah, so you'll already have that all set up, and it's basically a little bit of admin. It really doesn't take any time at all. All you've got to do is, spend an hour or two working out the system, and it's a piece of cake. It's easier than eBay, really.
Right,
Amazon don't make it known because Amazon are making big bucks off people, you see.
Wowzers. All right, well, I'm texting Glenn. Glenn is replying to me. Glenn is Dutch or Danish. He's foreigner, so it's continental. He'll come back with a droll answer as to why we can't do this. That's why I hate that guy. All right, I'm going to look into that, Jamie. Thank you, man.
No problem.
No, I appreciate you calling in with that. Thank you. Glenn's replying about why we can't do it. Well, Glenn's going to get a bunch of fire. Glenn doesn't listen to the show, so I can say what I like about him. Please don't tell him I said this stuff. But Glenn's going to get a what we call in England the old knuckle sandwich on behalf of Her Majesty's Secret Service.
What do they call it where he comes from?
Le crap monsieur. The Monsieur Crepe. So there. Right, OK, fine. Whatever. Adverts.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee.
I've got a very poor internet connection.
On Talk Radio.
Yes, it's full moon. We might as well take advantage of it. Calls straight to air between now and 1 o'clock. Don't swear, don't be libelous. Apart from that, anything goes. Glenn has replied. Hang on a second. Hang on. Sorry, it was... anyway, on air, we'll talk later. He says... Right, Glenn says, I know it well. We could theoretically do that in the UK, but there is a shitload of admin. And it's basically a full-time job.
Well, that's not what Jamie said.
No, that's not what he said. Jamie, is it a full-time job? I'm going to give you
Well,
a
it's Jamie's full-time job, to be fair.
It could be, actually, yeah. So, 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. So a mystery happened to me today. It was a mystery. The post came, and there was an envelope, a white envelope, with a typed address on the front that said, to the occupier.
Uh-huh.
And then my address, right? And I opened it up, and inside... Did you see my picture of this on Twitter?
No.
Inside was that postcard. Now, it's an old postcard, right? It's a postcard of...
Is that real? I thought you were doing a thing.
No, that's real. The Texas State Capitol at Austin, 31 is what it says. And it's a beautiful picture. It's an old postcard. It's a textured postcard. It's old, right? I think it's old, unless it's a really good repro. And then on the back, I think it's old. That's the back.
Yeah.
The back of it, old postcard. Nothing written on it. The Capitol is shaped like a Greek cross with a rotunda and dome, and it's a postcard. It is an old postcard because there's damage to it, and there's stains on it, right? But I have no idea who it is from. There's no note in the letter, so it's a white envelope, and it's to the occupier. So it's not like the person that lived there before me was a collector of postcards and, was like subscribed to a monthly postcard or an annual postcard. To the occupier. This is what makes me creepy, particularly after you read in that story about the house the other day that had a watcher.
Yes. They didn't move into that house, by the way.
Who didn't?
They never moved in, that family.
I thought they moved in.
No, they didn't dare.
You said they moved in.
Well, they didn't stay.
Well, did they move in or not?
I can't remember, but they don't live there
story,
now.
yeah, exactly. In the story, they'd moved in, then they moved out.
Yeah.
Hello, line 4, you're on the wireless.
Hello, Ian.
Yes.
Hi, it's Harsh.
It's who?
How you doing, brother? Hi, it's Harsh.
Harsh.
Oh, it's Harsh. It's a bit harsh, isn't it? Sorry, I thought you said it's Ash.
Yeah, it is a bit, isn't it?
How you doing, fella? You all right?
I'm good, man. I've been out tonight. I just wondered what I missed.
What did he miss?
Okay, you missed the fact that Ian loves George Galloway.
Yeah.
Scott came on, talked about gaming when you are disabled.
Yeah.
Jack came on to say he's in love.
Don't go through it all in real time.
All right, Tina's got a dilemma.
In fairness, Harsh should have actually been listening.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I was at the O2.
What? Getting a new phone?
I was at the O2. No, not the phone.
You should get a new phone because this one sucks.
It's balls, isn't it? I'm sorry.
Who were you seeing at the O2? Who were you seeing at the O2, Harsh?
I saw a George Michael tribute.
At the O2?
Yes, man. Oh, the Indigo, not the main thing. The little bit on the side.
Okay, all right, yeah.
Yeah, it was good, man. It was all right.
Is that it?
That's all I've got.
You're phoning up to tell me you went to the O2, but not the actual O2, the tiny venue next to it, to see a George Michael tribute, and it was okay.
It was okay.
Jesus. Did he do Faith?
That's all I got.
Did he do Faith?
Sorry?
Did he do Faith?
He did Faith, man. Faith was awesome.
Did he do, how can I help you? Please let me find you. I can heal the pain.
No, I like that one. He didn't do heal the pain.
You should have punched him in the throat.
He did get my son go down on me. No, was it?
What?
Harsh sing! Harsh sing! Harsh sing!
Did he put the boom boom into your harsh?
Saying something before you were rudely interrupted by that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
the postcard. So where is this from? Has anybody else had... I'll bring the postcard in on Monday. Has anybody else had a spooky postcard? So, no, they moved into that house, and then they moved out. That's the story you told.
I don't think I ever got to finish it, did I?
Yes, you did.
Hang on.
What's wrong with you?
Shut up.
I'm thinking I might start getting into this moped crime. Thinking I
No,
might.
because the police are now allowed to ram you off
Well,
your
that's
bike.
what makes it sound exciting. Now there's an element of danger that was not there. Thinking of really, because I've got a moped. I like crime. Put the two together. I could be the greatest moped criminal. Except sometimes I forget what accelerate is and I hold the brake. And so I don't move. And sometimes I cut the engine out
I
by
do that all the time.
clicking the...
The kill switch.
Hang on a minute. Right. Oh, for God's sake. Right, hang on a minute. Jamie says it's not a full-time job if you've already got the product set up on Amazon.
Flipping heck.
Right, hang on a minute. OK, thank you, Jamie. I'm sending this to Glenn, and then Glenn can go and kiss my ass.
The letters kept the family on edge, especially around the people
No, I
living
know,
in their community.
we've done this story.
The couple insist they're not making up the letters.
Right.
There's a natural tendency to say, I've lived here for 35 years, nothing's happened to me, Derek said. What happened to my family is an affront to their contention that they're safe. There's no such thing as mental illness in their community. People don't want to
We've
believe
done
this could
this
happen in
story.
Westfield.
Why are we doing this story again?
Police suspect the letters came from someone who was in a 300-yard radius of the house, which has a new tenant.
OK, that's great. Someone call in and stop her, because Catherine's broke. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. What I'm trying to say earlier on, this is it. It's a full moon. Embrace the full moon. Just relax. Close your eyes. Let the moon pull your brain, which I reckon is probably about like 12% water, not 60%. Just let it affect the water in your body. Actually, does the moon really affect water in the body? Because it doesn't affect water in a glass, does it? Is there a glass of water? Where's the glass of water gone? Where has that gone?
There was never a glass of water.
Yes, there was. There was
No.
a glass of water there.
No.
There was a glass of water there.
Yesterday there was.
Flipping heck, man. What the flip is going on here? Time travel, isn't it? It's time travel. Can only be. So, yeah, phone in, you slackers. What stories have you got for us tonight? I can take my jumper off because I'm getting hot now. What have you got for us
Les
tonight?
Dennis.
Oh, yeah, I heard this. Today.
As the former face of family fortunes, there's no denying that Les Dennis's fame transcends every nook and cranny of society, says the Mirror. But when spray-painted graffiti of his name began cropping up in Norwich, no one could quite understand why. 65-year-old funny man, who's also appeared in Coronation Street...
Nice guy, Les Dennis. Very, very nice guy.
...took to Twitter to deny any involvement in tagging. That's exactly what a graffiti artist would do.
Yeah.
Journalist Rob Setchell raised the alarm about the bizarre series of spray paintings. He tweeted, "Revealed, Norwich appears to be the canvas for bizarre graffiti tributes to Les Dennis."
This is just the British version of David Schwimmer stealing beer in Brighton.
Several locations given the Les treatment. Has anyone else spotted one? Does anyone know who's behind the surreal Les's movement? I reckon it's this fella. Les Dennis saw the tweet and quickly tweeted, "It wasn't me." He went on to give an interview about the confusing situation to James O'Brien on Thingy Radio that's closed down.
I heard it.
He said, "It's kind of crazy. I'm not condoning it at all. Whoever it is that's doing this, I'm saying you shouldn't be graffiti in public or private spaces." O'Brien asked him, "Do you know who's doing it?" He says, "I don't really know."
Oh, he didn't say that, because
No.
I was listening to the interview and he didn't say that.
It seems to be there's a low-rent Banksy out there who's obsessed with my name. He continued, "I promise it wasn't me. You've got my word for that. That's all I can give."
Well, here's the thing now. Everyone's going to do it in every city and
Yeah.
town. Everybody, go out and write Les Dennis on a public wall. Les Dennis, exclamation marks. Les Dennis? No, that's a question. Les Dennis! Write it. Everyone go and do it now. I implore you to do it. Let's drive this guy nuts. I met Les. He's a nice lad. I did I did a Family Fortunes kind of spoof on Good Morning Britain with him, and he took it in excellent spirits. He was a nice guy. I liked him. I shook his hand. I would like to be friends with him.
How many thumbs up does he get?
We didn't get that far, really. I wouldn't expect he's into that kind of stuff. 0344 499 1000. Calls straight to air. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Call in about anything you want. Don't swear. Don't be libelous. Them's the only rules. This is the Late Night Alternative on Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee
on Talk Radio. We'll get you talking.
0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. It's a busy weekend. Meeting up my sponsor, do a little bit of step work tomorrow. That's it tomorrow, actually. Then probably playing some video games and watching a movie. I think that's kind of the plan. Maybe I might get a curry delivered again. I'm kind of feeling up for a bit of a curry, actually. Great curry house near me.
You've been very virtuous this week, food-wise.
Oh, no, exactly. I've got no problems with it. And last week, for the first time ever in my life, or last week, or a couple of weeks ago, whenever it was I had a curry, I got exactly the right amount of food. Never done that before. Wasn't too much. There wasn't too little. I was satisfied. Mm-hmm. I was completely satisfied. I went to bed with a full tummy, but I wasn't bloated.
Right.
That, to me, is what it's all about. So doing that, and then Sunday we've got the Rabbit Hole Picture Show. Still some tickets left for a £5. IanLee.com/event. But I tell you, my house is freezing because the boiler, it's an old school boiler. I've got an immersion heater for the water, and the boiler is very intermittent, and the pilot light will go out just willy nilly. I will. So you set the timer for the heating to come on. I've worked out how to do that, but then it will come on and it will just pop off again, and you're freezing. So you've got to go downstairs to turn the boiler on. I can't be bothered.
Oh, that's pony.
It's too cold. I'm spending a lot of time in bed, not for fun reasons either. Good evening, Line 1. You are live on Talk Radio. Don't swear, don't be libelous. What have you got for us, please?
Tickle, 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 tickle.
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
Tickle, 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 tickle.
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it, man! Please!
Tickle, 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 tickle.
I can't breathe.
Did you enjoy that?
Oh, I did enjoy that. Thank you. Hey, what's your name, fella?
It's Christian.
Christian, thank you so much for that. Can I say something to you before you go?
Please.
Ticky, 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 ticky. Sam, join in, come on. Ticky, 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 ticky. Ticky, 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 ticky.
By the way, can I just say something to Catherine?
Yeah, of course you can.
Oh.
Yes, mate. Call of the week.
I like Christian, even though he can't grow a beard.
Yep.
Bless him.
No. Is this true, Sally? Sally has tweeted something which I would like to believe that is true, but we need evidence because we are not in the business of fake news, despite who owns us, right? So Sally says, Harry Seacombe spelt wrong, disrespect, used to live in my town in Sutton, and someone once graffitied his wall with Harry Seacombe is a winker.
No.
Harry added the word sir to the beginning. Now, I want to believe that story, Sally, but I don't. I do not believe that at all. I don't believe that graffiti... That graffiti may have existed, right? I don't believe Sir Harry would have taken it in such good spirits. I certainly don't think he would have graffitied a wall himself. I need evidence, Sally, to back that up.
Autobiography.
Here we go.
Harry Seacombe.
Okay.
On one memorable occasion, the household woke to find that someone had spray-painted the legend Harry Seacombe is a winker on the wall outside the house.
Harry Seacombe, you're saying now?
Seacombe.
Okay.
Where
do you see come? Is Sam shaking his head, looking disapproving at me? Wow, across the Sam line. Wowzers.
Between finding the graffiti and arranging to have it removed, my knighthood was announced. The next day, the artist added to his handiwork, which now read, Sir Harry Seacombe is a winker. At least it showed he had some style.
Sally. So Sally's just saying it is true. So, Sally, we've just proven it's not true.
The artist wrote it.
We've just proven that your story... Let's read your story again. Harry Seacombe used to live in my town, Sutton, and someone once graffitied his wall with Harry Seacombe is a winker. Harry decided to add the word sir to the beginning. Your next tweet is, it is true. Yeah, we've just heard... Where's that from? His biography?
Strawberries and Cream. Yeah, I think it's Harry Seacombe's autobiography.
Is it auto or biography?
Hang on. Yeah, it's called Harry Seacombe,
right.
An autobiography.
Right,
Strawberries and Cheam.
Right. So, Harry Seacombe's own words, Sally. He has completely torn apart your lies, your tissue of lies.
It's on page 81 if you want to check.
Tissue of lies. You've been proven as a fraud, okay? Very top journalists. You've got Catherine's trained journalistic brain, and you've got my natural natural, if you want to call it that, God-given talent for sniffing out bullshit. Right? You put those two together, Catherine's years of training and people really trying very, very hard for her to help her to grasp these techniques that come naturally to me. And you combine that with my natural instincts, my talent, skills, I don't know what you want to call them, no training whatsoever. You put those two together, mine in the front seat and Catherine's obviously in the passenger seat, and we totally, within seconds, destroyed your lies, your story, you're trolling. You're trolling. Okay? You're like one of those people that gets people to read out texts from Mr. Gonads or Miss Sally Fanny. You know the funny names when
Connie Lingus.
Yeah, when you put the first word with the second word and it's something like Trevor Dix.
Jenny Taylor.
I used to know a Jenny Taylor.
I knew a Jenny Taylor
and I
too.
knew a Wayne King. Hello, line 2. You're on the wireless.
Hello.
Oh, we destroyed you, we ripped you another one, and we're gonna shove things in that. Oh, it's not your fault that you said something untrue on Twitter. Can't wait to hear this one, Sally. Talk your way out of this one. Here we go. It's not her fault that she just tweeted something that was a lie. Away you go.
It's my nan's fault. She told me the story.
Your nan took control of your Twitter, did she, and tweeted it? Did she?
Yeah, from the grave.
From beyond the grave. Yeah. Sally, man up.
What?
Man up. Step up to the plate. Man up. You posted something that was untrue.
I heard the story.
You posted something.
I heard the story.
You post. Oh, and I heard a story. I heard a story that you've got a penis.
What? Oh, no.
She might have. It doesn't necessarily. Is not necessarily attached.
That
to
made her day. The thought of her. I heard that story. I'll post it on. I'll post it online, shall I? So it becomes true. People like you, you're exactly the same as Paul Joseph Watson.
Oh, up yours.
There we go. She got proper angry at the end there.
Correct
I like
response, though, Sally. Well done.
Good evening, line 2. You're on the wireless.
Good evening, Ian. Good evening, female pal.
Thank you very much indeed.
Good evening, male caller.
Thank you. So I listened to the podcast you were on with the Beat and Track podcast.
Oh, yeah, the Beat and Track podcast is out there. I did it with Stu Whiffen. That's his name, isn't it? He's a friend of Pip's, and we talk about... I don't even remember what we talked about. We talked about music, I think, didn't we? I don't really remember. I did it ages ago.
Yeah, it was like music themes to like what music scared you as a child and that sort of thing.
Oh, well, I picked a Talking Head song for that. Yeah, OK, good. Go. Yes, yeah. Continue.
And it's not specifically music related, but apparently, according to my mom, when I was very young, do you remember The Smell of Reeves and Mortimer?
Of course I do. I think that was their finest series, yeah. Although I'm looking forward to Big Night Out coming back.
Yeah, same there. So that's going to be really good.
Yeah.
Apparently, I used to run away from the TV whenever the man with the stick appeared.
Well, hang on. Well, was he on The Smell of Reeves and Mortimer? He was on Big Night Out.
Oh, it was a Big Night Out. Sorry.
Instantly, you've lost 10 respect points. But the man with the stick used to scare you.
Apparently so, yeah. No, I don't remember this. I think my mum said I was only about sort of 2 or 3. But apparently, as soon as he came on the screen in that sort of paper bag and the face, drawn on face.
It was a scary face.
I just couldn't look at it.
Well, I didn't realise for ages that was Bob Mortimer. Just didn't know. Well, not when it first started, because it was so new and unusual. And I watched it because I liked the trailer. And the first episode, he sang a Monkees song. It's like, oh, I'm in. But I didn't know for ages that was Bob Mortimer. I didn't know it was under that. I didn't know that Graham Lister was Bob Mortimer. I didn't know.
Really?
I didn't know. I was just so transfixed by the magic of it. But that is a scary image, a weird and kind of a weird guy.
He had kind of horns as well, didn't he?
Yeah, and kind of a clan. It's like a clan mask almost. It's pretty terrifying.
Yeah. It is, yeah, and that sort of reminded me of that when I listened to the podcast. Another thing as well,
yes.
I think it's pretty fair to say that you're not a fan of Oasis.
I like She's Electric, and the rest I think is not particularly great, no.
Fair enough. Well, I listened to an interview on another podcast with Damon Albarn from Blur.
Yeah.
I just thought, what your thoughts on Blur, and Kath as well. If she has any thoughts on Blur?
Well, I was on the Blur side in the Blur Oasis wars
I
of
wasn't.
'96.
I wasn't.
But looking back, I don't think Blur were that good either. To be honest, there's a couple of great songs. I like Boys and Girls. I like the Universal. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
But I think they were both. I think they were both pretty limp. I'd forgotten, and I need to get this because I haven't got it. I'd forgotten how great, even though the band would dismiss it, how great the first Radiohead album is.
Pablo Honey.
How great the second Radiohead album is. What's the one with? What's the one with? Is it what's the one with Iron Lung?
The Bends.
Yeah, there we go. I'd forgotten how great the second Radiohead album is.
It's fantastic, isn't it? Because, and I know, a lot of people say OK Computer is their finest hour, and I've only sort of grown to like that record in the last couple of years or so. But the Bends, it's one of those records I can just happily play all the way through without skipping tracks.
Doesn't it create a mood? It's quite a bleak. I haven't listened to it for ages. And I'm gonna treat myself to it. But it's very, very, it's bleak, man. Fake Plastic Trees. Do you know that song, Catherine?
Yeah.
Oh, my God, it's wonderful. Wonderful stuff. But I'm imagining that they would kind of dismiss it. I did like OK Computer. I liked, what's the song that goes on for ages? Down, ding, and ding, down, 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 ding, and ding. Got to number
Paranoid Android.
Paranoid Android got to number one. I love that. And I started listening to Kid A, and I got 3 tracks into it, and I went, nah, this ain't for me.
Yeah, it's sort of that thing where in the noughties it's kind of bits and pieces off their albums. But I think like the album that if you remember in 2007, they released In Rainbows, but you could pay as much as you wanted for it.
Yeah.
And I think that album, regardless of what you paid for it, I think it's a really good record.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think it's pretty good. Yeah.
Okay, well, I might check it out then. Hey, nice one, man. Thanks for the call. Cheers for the call, my dears.
Cheers, thank you.
Tutty bye, tutty bye. I like it when people recommend stuff to check out. I don't always follow it up, but it gets lodged in the back. I've put on my Christmas list to my sister the Bert Jansch album, LA Turnaround.
Oh.
As opposed to Brighton Reach Around, which is a completely different skillet of fish. And I've also put on there the Nick Jones CD, Penguin Eggs. Put that on the list to my sister. My big sis, that's what I want. Last 20 minutes of the show. This is rattling by tonight. I'm having a great old Friday night. Martin Kellner's on in a bit, so if you want to keep phoning this show, pick up the phone, calls straight to air, anything goes. If you want to phone up and make weird noises, you want to phone up and chat, you want to argue, you're very, very welcome. 0344 499 1000. This is Talk Radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee.
Unfiltered Night Talk with the original king of unconventional conversation on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Come on, Matt. I don't want to get into a 90s music war, but Matt is saying, of that era, I'd have to say that Shed 7 and the Seahorses were betters of both Blur and Oasis. The Seahorses? Who was that? That was Squires, wasn't it, from the Stone Roses? And some crappy busking band. Oh, the Seahorses. They one half-decent song. They were terrible. I heard the Shed 7 on 6 Music tonight. 0344 499 1000. Good evening, line 4. You're on the wireless.
Is that me?
It certainly is.
Sounds like me. Anyway, hi, how you doing?
It feels like you.
A friend of mine has made a film.
Oh, a movie.
But all off his own back.
Yeah.
It's a feature film, and he's had to, because he wants to show it at the local cinema, he's had to go through the whole process of getting the sending it off and getting the BBFC certificate and all that, and he's kind of crowdfunding it, and it's like a micro-budget film that he's made on, a few £100, and volunteer people and just people he knows acting in it, and people just working on it for free and stuff. And I'm trying to get the local paper to maybe run some kind of feature on it, or so, just kind of plug it a bit, and
idea.
Run it as a story.
Yeah.
and I'm getting absolutely nowhere. You know, leaving messages on their machine and saying, you know, hey, do you want to run this in your paper or whatever? And it's just like banging my head against it.
Well, here's the thing.
I wonder if you had any.
No,
advice.
I don't, because when me and Kath have done shows around the country, occasionally when I remember, I email the local BBC radio station and the local newspaper. And the BBC stations quite often tweet me and go, oh, we'd love to feature this, we'll get back to you. And then nothing, because they're squares. And half the papers get back and say, OK, we'll put this on our website. And sometimes I guess they go in the papers, and half the time they don't reply.
Well, you know why?
Why?
Because the local papers now are really, really underfunded.
Yeah.
And,
yeah.
you know, they're run often by kids.
Yeah.
And they are kind of scratching around.
Yeah, but this is me with my, you know, having been in the jungle, writing in, and I write in and say, hey, I'm Iain Lee from the jungle, and I'm doing this show. Half get back and say, we'll put it in, and half don't. So here's the honest truth. If they ain't getting back to you, they probably ain't interested.
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, man.
Well, even the local paper isn't really local anymore. No. They kind of use a copy from Kent and change the front cover to make it look vaguely relevant to our town, which is East Grinstead.
Well, I don't do this for everybody. Tweet me a little tweet with all the information and a link, and I'm going to retweet it for you. That's the best I can do.
Okay, that's very kind of you.
There you go. I'm sure
he'll really appreciate that.
I don't know how effective that will be, but I'm happy to retweet it for you, brother. So send me a little tweet with all the details and the link. My absolute pleasure. Good luck. I wish him the best of luck. Let's go to line 4. 4, you're on the wireless.
Hello?
Hello, line 4, you're on the air.
Hello, Ian. It's Nigel.
Oh, Nigel, good evening. Welcome.
Good evening. I want to do something different tonight.
Oh, what, are you going to do some Shakespeare?
Yeah, I was going to sing to
It's not that different.
a Frank Sinatra song.
It's not that different.
I've got you under my skin.
Okay. But you're going to do it in... You're going to do it in Esperanto.
I'm in the front room, but I've just been watching Robbie Williams in concert doing the Sinatra concert at the Royal Albert Hall. You remember that one he did?
Nope.
It was a few years ago.
Yeah,
now.
he had an album called Swing When You're Winning.
That's the one, yeah. So I would like to try...
Oh, Robbie Williams?
...for this one.
Okay, away you go. Let's have it. Are you covered? Are you covered in talcum powder?
Here we go.
Are you covered in talcum powder?
Not tonight.
Not tonight. Eh? Still got the memories. Got the memories.
Yeah.
Here
we go.
Here we go. Let's have it. This is a great way to end on a Friday night. This is great. Dribble.
She gets too hungry.
This is a Lady is a Tramp. This is the wrong song.
Doesn't matter.
She likes them bitter, but she doesn't come late. She never bothers with people she hates. That's why the lady is a tramp.
The lady is a tramp. Dooby-dooby-doo, you idiot.
She doesn't like rap games or Baroness. Won't go to Harlem with the rest of the girls. She won't dish the dirt with the rest of the girls. That's why the lady is a tramp. She likes the cold, swift wind in her hair. Life without care. She's broke, that's all. She hates California because it's cold and it's damp. Yeah, that's why the lady is a tramp. Scooby-Doo-Doo-Doo, she just gets too hungry for the dinner ready. She loves us.
No!
But doesn't come late. Won't dish the dirt with the rest of the girls. That's why the lady is a tramp. She likes the cold, swift wind in her hair. Won't go to Harlem.
I've just tweeted Susanna Hoffs while Nigel's murdering this song.
Of the girls. That's why the lady is a tramp. She likes the cold, swift wind She's broke, that's all. She hates California because it's cold and it's damp. That's what a lady is. That's what a lady is. That's what a lady is, a tramp. All right.
Do you want to say it or shall I?
No.
You dedicating that to
You
your
hear
miss?
that?
You dedicating that to your girlfriend?
Yes.
That's a romantic thing to
Did you
do,
get all
Nige.
that? Did you get all that, Ian?
We got all of it, yeah. Lady is a tramp.
That wasn't too bad. I think it jumped
not
in the
too
middle,
shabby.
and then I lost my place.
Not-
The song. You know how they jump from one bit to another.
I like the bit about
too-
she likes the
Did my
cold
best,
sweats. I like that bit.
Not too shabby.
But
Here
I had
comes
the tune
Kellner.
right, didn't I? The tune.
You got the tune right. You got some of the words right. You got the vibe right.
Oh yeah.
And I don't practice much either. That was just a one-off. I've not sung that for ages.
Well, you did it. You did it very well. Nice and loud
yeah,
as well.
thanks.
Loud at 10 to 1 on a Friday night.
I'm in the
Nige.
front room. I put the telephone into the front room.
Oh.
So it's not quite so
I
loud.
see. Very exciting. What are you doing this weekend, Nigel?
Let me say. Well, I saw Sadie today in Maidstone, but she said she wants to be with me at Christmas time, so I won't be on my own. So that's all right.
Okay.
She's coming over on New Year's Eve and maybe Christmas Eve as well.
Okay. Is she going to spend Christmas in the tent?
Sorry. Pardon?
Is she going to spend Christmas in the tent?
No. Probably at my place, I expect.
Okay.
Hello, Michael, if you're listening, because that's my brother that I've been talking. I can get him on the radio too, didn't I, next week?
Oh, God, I would love to speak to your brother.
Would you like us to
I would
talk on
love to
radio?
speak to your brother. I really, really
Yeah,
would.
I'll try and get him to ring in the show when I'm on. I'll tell him I'm going on, and he might ring up the show.
That would be wicked, Nigel. All right.
I really enjoyed. Thanks very much. Oh, by the way, I'm a top fan of Noah Cyrus. It's got on her page, top fan Nigel Reid.
Okay, it doesn't really mean anything. It just means you post
No,
a
it
lot.
means
on
a
there.
lot to me. It
Well,
cheers
then-
me up because
okay, well, then that's great.
I've worked hard to do that.
It's an algorithm, and it just means you post a lot.
Yeah, it's a good thing though, isn't it?
Yes.
That they do that to
Okay.
people that post a lot. Yeah.
It does. It does. Well, if it makes you happy, Nigel, then that's good news,
I'm very
brother.
pleased that she's done that for me.
She hasn't done it. Facebook does it. Facebook does it automatically.
Well, I don't
I'm only saying these things because I worry about you,
But
brother.
I know, obviously, she reads her comments. if
She
it's a
probably
text,
doesn't.
it's a
She
text.
probably doesn't.
Oh, perhaps she's so busy. Very
She is.
busy.
All right,
with
Nigel,
music.
listen, thanks very much for calling. Got to go. We're going to take one more call. Martin Kellner is here. We're going to speak to Martin in a second. Let's just take line 1 first of all. Good evening, line 1.
Hello?
Yes?
Sorry, hold on.
Moves the finger to the dump button just in case.
I need to put it onto my phone. 2 seconds, right? Okay.
Okay, we're a little bit busy. Finish at 1. Martin's here.
Yeah.
Hello?
Ian, my name's Darren, right? And I'm from Glasgow. And
Could you come off speakerphone, Darren?
I'm trying to. I don't know how to do it. I've got it now.
I got it. Yeah, go on.
Basically, let me tell you this, right? I don't know if I'm an alcoholic or I'm or I'm not an alcoholic, right?
Yeah.
I went to AA in 2008, right?
Yeah.
And I've done the most craziest, bizarre thing, right? I stayed for 7 years in the rooms of Alcoholics Anonymous.
Wow. Yes.
And it was only till recently.
This is a big call to. And I'm just going to say, because we're right at the end of the show. We'll talk to you. We've got right at the end of the show. We've got Martin Kellner here as well. So this is, man, I wish you'd phoned up an hour ago. But go on, carry on.
No, I just basically I took a drink again, and I really, a couple of people have asked me in the rooms, do you actually think I'm more an alcoholic? And I mean, I don't get me wrong, I have emotional ups and downs, but I don't really know if I'm an alcoholic.
When did you start drinking again?
I only drunk one night. I mean, it was just like maybe a month ago or something.
Okay.
And I stopped. I took some cocaine as well.
Oh, come on, man!
I'm just being honest.
I know you're being honest. I'm okay.
That's just it. I've done something. I mean, 2 years. I was 2 years sober.
Yeah.
I've had 6 years, 2 years, and 2 years. I really just got to a point in my life where I'm actually like, I mean, I'm sitting in these rooms and I'm hearing these stories.
Then go out and do some more experiments if you want. If you think that...
No, I don't really want to do that either, though, do you know what I mean?
Well, here's the thing. Do you think that you could go out and drink successfully this time? There we go. It's all right. It's all right. That was an accident. It's a yellow card.
I just want to know where where I fit in.
Dude,
you know
listen,
what I mean?
listen.
Like,
I have to go because we're right at the end of the show. Can you give me a call next week?
I will do.
Give us a
Thank
call
you.
a bit earlier in the show, and we'll have a proper chat about it because this is fascinating, and there'll be lots of people identifying with it. Okay.
All right.
Hang in there, brother. Don't do anything silly. All right. Thank you very much. Martin Kellner.
Yeah, it's not just a case of falling off the wagon. I mean, do people just not say, "Oh, I fell off the wagon a couple of
Only
weeks
if you
ago"?
think you've got a problem.
Well, this is the thing. I had years in recovery, and then I started thinking, well, maybe I'm not. Maybe I, when I was taking lots and lots of drugs, it was kind of, it was just the way it was. So I went out and I took some more drugs, and you know what? Well, no, it was a car crash again. So I stopped taking drugs again. So you kind of forget. One can forget how bad it was, and your brain, the addict in you kind of goes, well, that was then. You could do it now successfully.
Yeah. I mean, you always replace it with another addiction, can't you? Like
Coffee or sex or shopping, or some people were great and replaced it with going to the gym, which I could never do. So anyway, Mr. Kellner, it's nice to see you.
That's a dangerous addiction, going to the gym.
Oh man, alive, yes.
Yeah, I'm fine.
And your baby blue shirt, which I like a lot.
Yes,
I like
you
that.
said so. That's brilliant. I'm going to get
good
some
on
more
you.
in this colour.
Do it.
Yes, I like it.
Do it. It looks good.
Oh, well, thank you ever so much.
You're welcome.
Now, yes,
I think we're flirting, Catherine.
I know.
We're flirting at last. It's
excellent.
Broken through. Go on.
I think you might be on to a winner as well.
How's your big ball?
Yeah, now it's very interesting. I had an ultrasound on the big ball this week.
Is it a boy or a girl?
It's still sort of very large, but I don't need to do anything about it. According to the ultrasound nurse, said that it was what I thought, hydroseal. It's just water. And then the doctor rang me and said, I've had a word with the ultrasound people at the hospital, and they confirmed what I said. You don't have to do anything. If it gets very uncomfortable, you can just give me a call back, he said. So
will it go down naturally, or is it going to be... Because it was chafing, wasn't it?
It's chafing a little bit. It's not too bad, actually, and I've got used to it now. I actually quite like it.
God, I really want to see his big ball.
No!
I really do. Sorry, what is on your show tonight? You've got 30 seconds now because of my obsession with your testicles.
Yeah, we've got to... Well, I'll get a full testicle update, obviously. As well as that, we've got David Hepworth on the Beatles'
Love David
White
Hepworth,
album.
one of the greatest music writers there is.
Absolutely.
Love his books.
And, he's got 3 out at the moment. He's prolific, but nobody knows more about the Beatles. Yeah. Nobody on earth knows.
I dispute that.
You reckon?
If he's calling it the White Album, he's wrong. It's called the Beatles.
No, it's called the Beatles.
We're out of time. David Hepworth's on. It's always worth a listen. Martin Kellner after the news at 1.